And now, from the mean streets of Essex, England, this is Whatcast.
Hello. Hello all, this is Matt and this is Whatcast. I am, today, I wanted to do this yesterday, because I've only seen the first 40 minutes. This is where I'm going to start it. It just seems to be getting a bit more interesting now. This bloke stopped talking bollocks. There's Sam, Flat Earth Reconnaissance, right? And he is seemingly, from what I've heard and from what I've seen so far, just about to deny every piece of evidence he's ever seen whilst calling himself a truther regarding TFE, the final experiment. He is talking to Jeran and Dave McKeegan. I'm looking forward to this, so I'm just gonna hit play if that's all right with everybody. I'm not one for long intros and bollocks, so let's just crack on with it. Hello everyone, joining Roger, Max, Mike, Unfornicated, Kuros, My Mum Bakes Cakes, Davids, Crypto Roast, Jalian, and everyone else I've missed. Just keep typing and I'll get to all of you. Hello all. Let's hit play here and see what's what. He has just presented why he doesn't believe a lot of it is true. And let's see.
Genuinely believe the Earth is flat. Some of them do have fairly low intelligence to understand these things. I'm not saying all flat earthers are stupid, but by the same token, I know plenty of people who are complete fucking idiots who think the Earth's a globe. So I'm not going to tarnish everybody with the same brush and say you're an idiot because you're a flat earther, therefore you're an idiot. It's...
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you have already seen this, but I haven't. I've seen at the gym today. I watched up to this point. It was okay. It was getting a bit annoying, but I did hear in a kind of mid-sleep that Vlad appeared later on, which was super annoying to the point that happened though. So let's just carry on.
I think some of it falls down to you fall into a rabbit hole of you look at something and then...
Hello, CK. Hope you're well.
...wind up jumping to the wrong conclusion too quickly, and the further you go down that rabbit hole, the further it is to pull yourself back. And it's not because you're stupid, it's because you just, humans by nature, we sort of deviate to that answer that we prefer. And so no, I don't think it's because you're an idiot.
It's good that you told me that, because by showing me the demonstration that what we saw in your footage, when we zoomed on it, we saw that line, that straight line. I can play it if you want. That
did they have it right? I'll cover there. Well, it is 5 hours. I ain't getting through 5 hours today. Maybe a couple, but I will definitely get to their Cope Fest. If someone can send me the link on Discord or something to the Cope Fest, and I'll get to that at some point.
You're trying to convince me or us that it is because of some technical, issues or ways that YouTube works with, that it happened. So I'm telling you, straight, come on, Dave. Do you really think we can believe that? If you think we can believe that, of course you think we're stupid. How can we believe that what we see in your footage is come from YouTube? Come on.
Yes, Sam. So let me just make sure I'm understanding you right here, right?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so you look at the footage that's on YouTube, and you see lines on there that look like a cube, and you go, it's fake. I pull up the original file that doesn't have lines on it, and you've managed to come to the conclusion that because the original file doesn't have lines on it, but the one that's gone through YouTube does, you're still going to believe the one that's already been through processing through YouTube.
This shit with lines, that's been explained. Look at Dame's face. That's been explained 1 billion times now. They don't care. They don't give a shit.
And the fact that I've shown you that YouTube puts lines into 360 videos.
The fact that YouTube might do that cannot justify what we see in your footage. You understand? First of all, it's different, and second of all, it's obvious that we have to zoom in to see it, and it doesn't look like what you showed us, anyways. So if it was the case, we will be able to see that straight line all over the videos that you put on YouTube, but we don't see that. We see that just at one point. You understand? So that's also a problem in what you say. It doesn't fit again reality. And again, which is this is our fault, our problem. We're gonna have to tend to also refute everything you say, not just because we flat earthers.
But by some chance, someone's coming across this video that doesn't know. Well, I just got to do this here because sometimes people say, I don't really understand what's going on there. This guy, so everyone, these two, Jeran and Dave, along with I think 7 others, went to Antarctica last December and witnessed the 24-hour sun that everyone knows is there anyway, right? It wasn't a massive surprise to anybody, but there's a dwindling group of fucking idiots that just have to first of all, they was putting their faith in this prick called Joe Hanvey that was trying to make a flat Earth model that could replicate what the sun was doing while they were down there. They've obviously given up on him after his 875th attempt at a model. He can't make one. So now they're just going all in on the you didn't go. So this guy Sam thinks that they didn't even go to Antarctica. Well, he kind of thinks they didn't go. He keeps flirting with the idea they did go, but they was in a studio, or they did go somewhere but not there, etc. Let's see what he says.
Because at one point, when we believe that someone is lying, so of course we don't trust him anymore. So we're very suspicious in everything you can say. But in this case, I believe it doesn't apply to, if it's all that you found to justify this, it's kind of weak a little bit. So the thing is that, again, this alone wouldn't be for me a proof that the trip was fake. But this combined with another, like some, I believe, 70 or 80 anomalies in your footage.
Oh boy!
Do bring us to that conclusion now?
70 or 80.
Great. Name three.
Yeah.
Okay. Which the 3 best one or just 3?
Pick 3. You say you've got 70 or 80. We've been streaming now for half an hour. You've named 1.
No problem, but it's been on YouTube for like a few months already. It's called the TFE Mistakes compilations. There are 2 movies.
Great.
There's thousands of views, so I don't know. It's not something that I'm just saying now.
Seems to be struggling to think of 3. 3. Ray.
Name 3.
So I'm gonna name one of them that takes 2 examples. When you see the sun between McToon's face and the camera.
Oh no, is this is he bringing up his best one? Is going to be the one where they think that the sun passed in front of Toon's face. He's not going to say that, is he?
And when you see that other guy, I don't know his name, who puts his hand like this, and you see the sun in front of his hand, covering entire his hand. So how do you explain that? It's a 360 camera effect?
No.
You want me to show it to you? I have it.
No. I know exactly what you're talking about. What you are talking about.
Yes.
There's a lens guard on the front of the 360 camera. Mm-hmm. So you shine a bright light. And do you know what? I will even do this for you. You carry on talking your anomalies, and I will set this up for you, and I can see if I can repeat it right here.
And I think that I have it on my video somewhere here. I think when I was going to talk to you that first time. Do you remember the date we talked? Was that about a month ago?
Yeah, approximately. Yeah.
I'm just trying to find an exact time. So September 22nd, because around here probably. Okay, I'm just going to find this video. So what I did is I went outside to the front yard. There's a light pole. Go ahead, Dave. Show him.
That's all right. I'm going to see if I can get this to. It's.
What are you showing me here? Like
so I've got my 360 camera here, and I'm going to see if I can make it with a bright light there. What are you saying you were getting? So I've spun that round. There's a lens guard on the front.
All these gadgets these people have just got to hand. I've got I ain't even got a Flurf 1 million. So I'm just to clarify to people, I'm not a debunking channel. People get going, you think you're a debunking channel. No, I don't. I'm a piss-taking channel. What I am is point and laugh channel.
Of these, right? So I've seen the footage that you showed where you get that shadow line.
That you showed. I just exposed it. This is your footage, not mine. But anyway.
No, you said Toon's footage, not my footage.
Oh, it's McToon's footage of Antarctica. Like
okay.
Mine. Okay.
Right. So you're saying when Toon goes in front.
Okay.
When Toon goes in front of the camera, you see a black line.
Oddly enough, Dave McKeegan's in the chat. Oddly enough, Dave, I've just taken a couple of aspirin actually, because I tend to get migraines, and I thought possibly let's just get ahead of the curve here, so to speak. Yeah, I watched a bit of it. I started watching it earlier on. We've got onto this bit now, so let's. I'm curious. I've heard things. I'm really looking forward to watching this.
Here, don't you? Like a dark
No.
one.
He's talking about the bright light, the sun.
Let me show you.
Yeah,
let me
show
show you.
Do a share screen, because then I'll show you.
I'm gonna share the screen. Wait a second. Just give me 1 second.
Sam, where this bothers me is that when you go around saying that flat earthers are smart and that they're good researchers, and then this is as simple as you going outside your house with a camera. That's how simple it is to prove this wrong. You haven't done that yet. I know for a fact you haven't done it, or else you wouldn't be here repeating garbage. So I'm just telling you.
Well, this is your opinion.
It's not my opinion. It's a fact. I'll show you.
I'm hearing you.
It's a fact that if you go out in your front yard with a camera and go look at the sun pass behind a telephone pole, that you'll see that. So it's not my opinion. That if you can go see it, then that's not my opinion.
Okay.
Okay. Are
Let
you
me
sharing?
just-
Oh, you're not sharing it.
Here, I'm gonna share. Wait a second. Here we go. Actually, I'm gonna just show you I made a little parody video.
It was terrible.
For
I don't think I've ever seen this, Sam, before, have I? All of these flat earthers just blend into one person for me. If they've got an accent, I'll just think, it's that bloke with the accent. I don't know, but then people probably say that about me, aren't they?
Trailer?
yes.
It's awful.
Yes, I knew you were gonna say that.
Okay, can I
Oh, bit of fake laughter there from Sam.
show you something? Or
Oh, wait
Okay.
wait a second. So I just share it to you. Wait a second. How do I share
at
it?
the bottom it should say share screen, and then you click that, and then you pick the
Yes.
screen.
Yes. Share screen. Here we go. Share screen button. Documents. Screens. Okay.
I still don't see it yet.
I got it.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what you're sharing.
You're gonna see it.
Okay, is that plain? Okay, I got you.
It's weird when people have a set, because there's not an ability for what I use here. It's like an Apple thing, and I can share my screen, but if I've got a guest on, I can't share that. I'd have to fuck around. But it looks shit, doesn't it, on a live stream when this keeps happening. That's what StreamYard's good for. StreamYard's bad for loads of other things, but it's good for screen sharing.
Let me get on this screen. Oops. Sorry, browse. Okay, we see it.
You see?
Yep.
So the thing is that, I also thought it might be something technical because, I'm not an expert in these things.
Wait, hold on. Where was the one that you're showing us with Tune? I thought you were showing Tune's footage.
It's just in the beginning. You see, here it is. Wait a second.
Scott Fraser, super chat, $1. Cheers, Scott.
So you think there that his head is blocking the sun?
No, the sun is blocking his head, which is much more
Okay.
difficult.
No, I mean the strange thing here is that I'm asking you, play it as a video again so we can see him walk in front of it. I mean, he's not even blocking it. That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead. Let me just.
Okay.
What the fuck are they talking about? His head is like way down there, and the sun is there, and they're pretending that that's not the glare. It's the actual sun in front of. Like they would spend all of this money on this massive studio, and then just fuck the sun up, and then just say Tone, just walk across. Oh fuck, we didn't put the sun behind him. Oh well, let's leave it online and let everyone look at it.
So let me just show you, because his head is significantly lower there. But let me show you here. This is some footage. I'm trying not to get my house exposed here. Let's go like this. Okay, so this is footage I did in my front yard. Look at that. Let me go back here and press play up. There we go. So as you see here, watch this pole. Watch the sun. Watch the sun. Okay, so are you surprised?
Exactly. Look at that. And that's going to go behind this. I think I've seen Jeran show this before. That will block that in a second because it does actually block it. But Toon's head is not in the front of the sun at any point.
That the sun is in front of that light pole? Is this shocking to you?
At first, yes.
Okay, so you need to go outside with a freaking camera, Sam,
Well,
and go
just
observe the fucking
finish
world.
Finish that video. Just don't stop in the middle.
Okay.
Oh, what happened there?
Yeah, because he...
They cling. I just knew he was going to do that. They cling to absolutely anything. It's like, yes, I've won this point. No, you really haven't.
Because it was
What
blocked.
happened?
It was blocked.
Oh, I understand that.
Okay, so hold
you're
on.
saying
Show
that
it,
the
Jonathan.
sun can appear in the beginning.
Show
but
it,
then
Jonathan.
disappears.
Show
But
Jonathan.
That's not the case.
Show Jonathan right now on your screen there. He doesn't ever block the sun.
Well, I don't talk about this. I talk about that video. You just stopped it where the sun, of course, with a big light, is going to start, hiding.
That's what you're doing. That's what you're showing. Hold on. You're showing the one part.
Okay.
You're showing the one part where Toon walks in front of it like that. You guys are pausing it and showing that it's in front of him.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
Sam. Okay,
Go ahead, Dave.
let's change tact here then. Okay, so you're saying that that's fake. That's proof it's fake.
I
That it's
don't say
not the sun.
The footage says it. Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the sun or the fakes, but something is fake. You see, a normal picture. We've seen normal movies and pictures. The sun doesn't stay in front of you. I don't know how can you believe that? How can you explain that? So the sun is going to happen exactly like in
This is for Roger.
Gas go down, go boom, boom, my friend.
Jeran's picture here. He's going to first blind you, but then he's going to disappear behind you.
I can
Not
give you
totally,
the answer.
but
Listen.
I'll give you the answer because the sun is not behind Toon's head. It's above Toon's head, and there is a hell of a lot of glare. His head is going across the glare, not across the sun. That is why when you shoot, it's the same reason that when you see a sunset, it looks like the sun is getting smaller. It's not. It's the glare's getting reduced. It's why I used a solar filter to photograph the sun, not just point a camera straight at it. The sun itself, if you take a view of the sun and then put a solar filter in front of the camera, the sun itself is actually a tiny dot in the sky, but the glare makes it look huge.
Dave, I do not know how you've got the patience to have to sit there and explain glare to any of these people. He obviously knows that. Like, what? I mean, it's got to be, hasn't it? Like, these people must know that. So I'm assuming that they do know that, but they know that they've got some fucking absolute twat followers. And they know that the dickhead followers don't know that. So if they just pretend it's not true, the dickhead followers will continue to follow them and think they did a good job. Insane.
Jeran has just shown you the exact same thing. If you get the actual sun behind the pole, it gets blocked. But if it's just to the side of the pole, you get glare across it, and therefore it looks like the sun is in front of the pole, even though it's actually not. Exactly the same thing with Toon. So again, this is not an anomaly of the footage. This is you not understanding optics, but rather than investigating it and seeing, can you replicate this in real life, you've just jumped straight to, well, therefore it's fake.
And in this Jonathan footage here, he never blocks the sun. So I don't understand your position. So in that video of mine...
Let me show it to you.
Okay.
You see? Here it goes.
Yeah, he's not blocking the sun, just like the pole wasn't blocking the sun. The pole was
This is a different anomaly.
Oh.
The anomaly here is that his hand disappears totally behind the sun.
So does the
This is
pole.
not normal.
So does the pole I just showed you.
The glare doesn't explain that. Show me the different glares and different footage all over the internet. Do you see that?
Look at this. I'm showing you this. So is it surprising?
He must know he's lying. He must know. He can't not know that that's a lie.
Surprising to you that this pole is behind the sun?
At that point, it doesn't stop here. You have to finish the video.
But the pole blocks it. The pole blocks it, and Jonathan never did. Do you see the difference?
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
Sounds like cognitive dissonance to me, mate.
now you're just not making sense. I mean, I thought you had some sort of decent position here. You don't have any position here.
Wait a second. You're saying because that pole is blocking the sun?
Right here.
So the sun blocking that hand there, it's okay. You don't have any.
What are you talking about? So here.
Can I share?
Yeah, please. Oh wait, sorry. Can you stop sharing, Sam?
Oh, okay.
Please.
Just one really quick question for Sam.
wait a
Okay,
second.
dead easy. I'm just going to show you a picture I found on the internet, not mine. I've found randomly on the internet. One quick question for you, Sam. Okay, can you see this?
Hold on, let me get over there. I'm not there yet. Okay, got it.
Yeah, that's a glare. That's what you see. It's a glare.
Okay, great. So is the rear view mirror of that car in front of or behind the sun?
Yeah, but this is a picture. You can
No.
Yeah, but this is a picture. The video. So what's a video then? What the fuck? Why don't they know the basics about anything? Why do they speak with authority on a topic they know nothing about? All of them.
No.
Just have it.
A video is a sequence of pictures. It's exactly the same. Is the mirror of this car in front of or behind the sun?
At that point, it's not yet behind. It's not yet above.
Yeah.
Because you stopped the picture. But here's a video I'm showing you, not a picture. You have to show me a video. If you want to convince me, show me a video.
But didn't he just tell you that videos are just a sequence of pictures?
Hang on. So a video would convince you. You're saying that less than 2 minutes after Jeran has just shown you a video of this that you reject.
Jesus.
But his video is true, is okay with the poll. But again, it goes against the video I showed you of TFE. The TFE video is fake, not Jeran's video of the poll.
Why's this sudden wind appearing? Like, what's going on? Have we suddenly gone outside or something?
Why?
Right. So
because you see clearly that the hand cannot go behind the sun, and the sun cannot go in front of a face.
Right. So
The sun can't go in front of your face, you're right. And the sun didn't go. Imagine it did. Although the irony is the flat earth sun possibly could go in front of your face. If it was ever to set, it would have to go into the ground. So that at some point it could pass across the front of your face to get there.
Now,
I don't understand what you're talking about.
now you seem to be lying here, Sam, because
Okay,
you've
why?
just said to me, show me a video. We've already
Yes.
shown you a video, but then you're saying, yeah, but I'm not accepting that video because it's not a TFE video. But if we show you a TFE video of it happening, you'll say it's fake because it's TFE.
That's not what I said. I'm saying that the video that
This is a better one because the top of that house is like at the level that Toon's head was on that sun, and it still looks like the sun is in front of the roof, according to this prick, right?
Jeran showed me of the sun acting normally, like it's like a big glare, and then at one point it goes behind the object, which is normal. Well, it doesn't show
CK, it's football, by the way.
in the TFE video. It's the opposite. In the TFE video, you see that the object between the camera and the sun goes behind the sun.
Okay, so look at here.
No, because
How
it
to
doesn't go
understand? I
behind
don't
the sun.
understand.
Look at the screen.
It
You can
doesn't go
see.
behind the sun.
Ah, okay. Well, in North Korea you can explain that, but here it's going to be difficult for you to make us believe that.
Sam, so
Come on, Dave, come on.
do you see the screen
man.
here? Oh, wait,
Yes.
you do. Okay, so you see the light is blocking the house.
Again, it's a picture.
No, it's not a. It's not a
Hit the like. 13 likes. Come on.
picture. It's a fucking video, dude. It's a video. I just paused it. Can I not pause it?
Yeah.
It doesn't become
And
a
then
picture.
what happened?
What
And
do you
then
mean?
what happened?
So isn't this enough to realize that if that was Toon's head, that Toon's head would be behind the sun?
Exactly.
No. It will be enough if you keep on filming and the entire sun was blocking the entire house. This would
What?
be enough.
The
But it's
entire
not
so the
enough.
entire sun blocks his entire body. Show me
Well,
that video.
Well, can't you see that Toon's
No,
face
here's
is
what I have a
slowly
problem with.
disappearing?
You just got done telling us. Hold on, Sam. You just got done telling us in your intro that flat earthers admit when they're wrong. Okay, that's what you said.
Exactly.
So you're wrong about
Exactly.
this, and you're just not
No,
going to
I'm
admit
not.
it.
I'm sorry, I just had to take a moment's silence there. Did he? I can't remember him saying. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I wasn't paying attention earlier or whatever. But he's just said that earlier on that guy said that flat earthers admit when they're wrong. Jeran and the other few that are no longer flat earthers since TFA. I can't think of too many others that admitted they were wrong. Especially none from this fucking group.
What do you mean you're not wrong?
How can I'm wrong?
So
You showed me something that
every
is
single
not-
person in the chat will say that you're wrong. Every single person.
All right, Jeran.
Yeah, go ahead.
No problem.
All right.
So this is good anyways because you can,
Well,
you can show people
I expected
how
you to
we
be.
think and how we do things.
No, it's not how we think. I expected you to be more truthful, kind of like the conversation that we had.
Really? Why would you expect him to be truthful?
I don't know what you're doing now. You're just denying everything. Go ahead, Dave. You want to show
Then
me?
I what?
Okay, right.
We just showed you examples of what you're looking for. By the way, that there's a porta potty next to my house because
Not
people are
true.
remodeling.
Sam,
Show me examples.
Sam.
Different examples.
Go
Go ahead. I'm
Right. So you'd like to see that same behavior from a video in Antarctica, yes?
I'd like to show you to show me another.
Okay, great. So here's the
Oh my God, they never just say yes, do they? This is where he thinks. So Dave's brought this up. So this guy's obviously thinking, fuck, I'm about to. This is why they're so dishonest. This guy's up thinking in his head, fuck, I'm probably about to be massively debunked here. So I can't just say yes. I'm going to have to kind of say yes, but give myself room to wriggle out once I'm debunked and pretend I didn't mean that.
folder of all. Here's the
Okay, go
folder of all the videos that I took, and here is one that I took of. Wow.
I don't.
Oh, you cut out for a second. Started a little bit 5 seconds ago.
It's a connections problems.
Oh, Dave, we don't hear your sound now. My connection's fine. Where did you say the connection was
Hang
bad?
on.
Oh, there we go. Now we hear you. Go ahead. You just for about
Oh,
5
right,
seconds cut out your volume.
Oh, sorry. I've just had a notice. My internet's gone unstable.
No problem. Go ahead.
okay.
No problem.
Pay your bills, Dave. Fuck's sake.
No pressure. Yes, go ahead.
So, yes. So this is my solar camera in Antarctica. There is the sun. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
And I moved. Oh look, there's the camera. There's the sun. well, that's completely disappeared. And it doesn't actually disappear
Go ahead.
until I
Keep on
get the
filming.
sun
Keep on
itself.
filming. Yes. Oh,
Yeah, there.
what happened there?
Wait, but that never happens in
The
your footage.
sun went behind the camera,
Yeah,
not the
normal.
glare.
Normal. But here in the TFE footage of McToon, it goes all the way.
Show us.
Disappears
Show us.
as he goes. I
Sam,
just showed you.
Sam, you're not.
I don't know. I just showed you. I don't know what else to do. I'm going to show you again.
Try thinking. It helps a lot.
Try.
Look how
Look at what's
far.
happening.
Look how far the camera has to
But
get
it's not
over
enough.
the sun.
It's not enough
Look.
because in your footage is the entire face that always disappears totally. Here at one point your camera appears in front of the sun, but in your footage, your fake video footage of TFE, you can see that.
Your fake footage. What doesn't he see here? This is this is the truth. He knows exactly what they're saying, which is why he's reluctant to show the footage again. And he's just pretending that this camera, which is based on the height, I'm assuming is about to completely block that sun. He's claiming that somehow Toon's head was the same height as that and completely should have blocked the sun.
The sun stays.
What?
Never
I
disappears
wonder if he shows it again.
behind
Okay.
McToon's face. I don't know. I don't understand what. I can say it in Hebrew if you want. I can say it in French.
But
I'm going to show it again.
Okay.
Yeah, microcosm, how's it going?
Maybe you didn't see. I get it. Let me just show it. Just one more.
show us again, because I want to see Toon's head has to completely
Yes.
cover the sun and the sun not go out. That's what I want
no
to see.
problem. Here it is. That was actually a
Which is
big
a
subject of
physical
the-
impossibility, but. And that's the best footage you have, is that little clip from the beginning of that trailer?
Yeah, it looks like that's the best footage they've
I
got.
think I could probably find
Is
out
he gonna
Edward
show it
Henry's-
again, Dave?
That was
Does
an
he show
Edward
it
Henry
again?
thing. You guys should stop paying attention to that guy too. He's out of his mind.
I don't even know who he is.
He's been on your
I
guys'
just
show a
was-
couple times.
So you see the problem that I have is that while the McToon is moving, it disappears.
Wait, you didn't show us.
all the
You
way
weren't sharing
behind
your
the sun.
screen. You weren't sharing your screen. We didn't see anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mistakes. Yeah, I hate those machines. Wait a second. Share screen. Here we go. Here comes the pain.
We're ready.
Go ahead.
Hold on, let me get.
Did he just say, here comes the pain? It's come to this, has it? This happened in December. It's now nearly November. And the best evidence that this didn't happen is that they don't understand how glare works. Wow.
Get this on the screen for everybody. Browser's low. Okay, it's a plane
You're
right
right,
now. Go ahead.
Jonathan.
Okay, so with your mouse, can you point to me where the center of the sun is? Thanks, Dave. Sam, can you
Yes, go
point?
ahead.
Can you point where the center of the sun is when Toon's walking by it? Rewind.
Oh, you're saying now it's a question of center. You're saying it's a question of glare. Now it's a question of center.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's
The sun is in the middle of the glare.
the sun's not that big.
Oh, I see. So the fact that it disappears totally, that means that you're saying that it's on the edge of
Yes,
the sun, and
that's
that
what we're
it is
saying.
normal that it disappears. Okay, even though it goes all the way across.
No, he doesn't go all the way
No, no,
across. We
that's
asked
why
you to
I'm
show
saying
us that.
bring it up.
Show us that.
I show it again.
Show it again.
You tell me. I don't understand.
Everybody in the
Look at
chat
video.
will be able to see that the center of the sun is nowhere near Toon's head.
Okay. I don't know how many times I have to show it for them to see, but
Well,
here
no,
we go.
they don't need to see it any more times. You do.
Okay, check it out. I don't. I made videos of that. Okay, here we go.
Okay. So where?
Correct me if I'm wrong here. Right. That is Toon's shoulders. That is his chin. The top of his head is about there. And the middle of the sun is about there. Why is he pretending otherwise? Why would you do? And why are the flat earth community pretending that he's right? Doesn't make any sense to me.
Where's the center of the sun?
Here, you see?
Oh, I don't
This
see
is
your mouse.
McToon's face. Here goes his face. So that means
I would
it's exactly at the center of the sun.
Here?
Yes, here we go. The R, the P and the R of presence is still,
Here?
to the his face. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I don't think that's.
The S is in the middle of the glare.
Oh no, this is. You see, the glare is here,
Where?
so you can see it in the middle. And anyways, it should not.
Okay,
Even if he was lower, it should not be covered by the sun.
We just showed you.
Anyways,
We just showed
it's
you
not-
multiple videos of that, dude. You're not even paying. You're not. You're just. You're
Look at
refuting your
those.
own self.
check it out. We made our point, so there's no sense to keep on talking about it because,
Well, there might be no more sense in talking about anything if you
who's
can't.
making sense, who doesn't make sense. It's okay. We can.
Okay, give us another one. You gave us one. You gave us one. Give us another one. So we'll see if it's just as bad. Then we just have to stop.
Oh.
You have to have something better. You have to have something. This is something anybody can see.
No, that's the best, man.
That's the best evidence that we.
That's
the best evidence that we faked.
On YouTube. It's like unpublished on YouTube yet.
That's your best evidence that we faked the entire trip.
No.
Oh.
This is the best evidence that your footage is faked.
That's wow.
Okay.
There are much more than that. But,
great. So can we get to the root of this then? Because I'm really interested to hear.
Oh, okay. I thought you did.
Right, because I asked you in the opening statement about a couple of questions, and you haven't answered any of them in terms of it's all well and good just saying the footage is fake, but I've questioned you as to what you think, what we actually did, and Jeran's asked you the same thing. So, 360 footage in the 24-hour sun aside, did Jeran and I go to Antarctica? Yes or no?
Of course not.
Of course. Why? Is it because Hanvi's 9,869th attempt at a model failed? So you can't get this to work. So they definitely didn't go because they couldn't have gone because this doesn't work on a flat Earth. That's the reason. You've got no idea how they faked it. They just did.
We didn't go to Antarctica. Did we go to Chile?
I don't know.
What? Hang on,
really
it's
care.
not possible that we went to Antarctica.
I don't know. I didn't check that. I just checked the fact that you were not in Antarctica. I don't want to investigate another time.
Yeah, I don't want to investigate it. All I know is you weren't in Antarctica. I'm not going to bother investigating anywhere. You just flew to Chile for a laugh. Just went there just to sort of pretend you was on your way to Antarctica. Could have just gone anywhere. Chile, that'd do. Fuck it. Just hang around there for a bit. So entertaining in Chile.
To investigate every single move you said you did. But
so,
even Chile debunked the flat Earth. Didn't really need to go any further, but he did definitely. I accept that you were there.
Enough, to say that you were not in Antarctica.
So, okay.
I might be wrong again. I say it openly.
I can guarantee you are. No hesitation there. You're definitely wrong.
But at that point, there is no possibility of this. But I'm open because it's hard to
Evidently, you're not though, because every single explanation we've given you, you've shut down based on nothing other than your knowledge of cameras at all.
This is recorded. People will be able to judge by themselves because this.
Yeah, this is recorded. People will be able to judge. I'm judging right now. You're full of shit, mate. Like, this has been recorded. Why do they use these shit tactics? Like, yeah, everyone watching this will be able to see that I'm destroying you with this Toon's head 6 miles below the glare thing that I'm showing, which is the best evidence so far. I'm surprised he hasn't started banging on about wanting to see proof of like flights and stuff. That was tracked all the way there, by the way.
This is the point, to judge, the way I reason, the way you reason, what I say, what you say. So this is for the record.
Okay.
No problem.
Let me tell you something, though, Sam. Just to give an example, that guy Steve Falconer put out a video called Scam Arctica, and every single comment is flat earthers praising it and how great it is, and it is a complete and total disaster of a documentary. He actually proves that the Earth's a globe several ways, including he's going through all the times of the 24-hour sun in the south at all these different places. So it's just funny to me because what you're saying is that, oh, well, people will be able to look at this and they'll be able to decide. But if you're talking about going to your flat earth friends, Vika Dravis and all these guys, they're going to just agree with you because they also have already determined that this is fake. They've already come to that conclusion.
Okay.
So
don't try to put your own face on us because the question of believing and being a cult is actually on the globe side. We are breaking free from a cult because we are thinking, we are reasoning. We're not like we want to believe so much that we need to lie to ourselves. This is
that's what you're doing. That is what you're doing.
According to my to my opinion. Again, I'm just talking.
Okay, so
but anyways,
let's put this to the test then. You say you're not in a cult, but you're.
He's not only in a cult, he's in a cult with an N instead of an L.
Or free thinking, logical, but you say that all of TFE was fake. Now, rather than so far all we've had is you just saying it's fake or reasons you think it's fake, how would it be fake?
What do you mean how? Like technically how? Like you went to someplace else?
You have 24 hours.
Hello, Macca.
Non-stop 360-degree footage, right? I have the 360 time lapse still on this camera that I have already shown you as well, right? And all the video footage that we've shot that you are saying it's fake. Right, but we're all actually there. We were doing live streams at that time. I did a 3-hour live stream. Jeran was constantly streaming, so we had to have been somewhere at that time, right? I did a
no
live
problem.
stream, 9 o'clock at night. Will did a live stream from the same place with the sun at midnight. How would that be faked?
So I tell you, there are many ways into how it can be faked. Now
Right,
the
get on
thing
with
about the signal, you're saying that you were live. I didn't study that much, but I know that other flat earthers.
How convenient that you didn't study that too much. Well, I was watching live. I'm up at all sorts of strange hours because of my job, and I was watching live quite often, and everyone I saw was interacting with the live chat as well as football scores from the day. So, how'd you like them apples?
Did and that actually demonstrate that you were not live. It was pre-recorded.
Nobody's
And the
demonstrated
other
that.
thing is that I tell you something. The other thing is that there's a pattern with you guys. Is that you always come up to prove things by saying, "Oh, I saw it on TV. Oh, look at the footage. It's true because
No,
I
we were
see it
there.
But wait a second.
Your evidence. Your evidence is just the TV told me the television. No, it was actually in Antarctica. The fuck is, if you was to say that to me, it would make sense because I wasn't fucking there, right? So you could say to me, you're just taking their word for it. You just saw what you saw on your YouTube or whatever. But it's telling these two that were there. You just believe what the TV tells you.
We're disputing that point. The thing is that besides your footage that you can defend, that you can try to explain all these anomalies. Besides that, there are other anomalies that are not in the footage. You understand?
Are there
And-
anomalies not in the footage?
What's he talking about?
Anomalies about you not showing the receipts.
Oh, yeah.
No, sure, a couple of receipts. I say that's no big deal. But to show all the receipts and because you should have known.
Did he just say, hang on a minute, hang on, I've watched enough of these prats talking to know exactly where this is going, right? He's just said, I've seen some of them, no big deal. So he's going to say, Mystic Matt here, he's going to say, everything you can show me doesn't count. Anything you can't show me would have convinced me that you went. That's what he's going to say.
Yeah.
That conspiracies,
Sure, but when we got back, you guys were all saying all those things, so I didn't bring it up. Like, I can show you my Uber account that shows you all my driving around in Punta Arenas.
No problem.
Oh, so
Then
that's the thing.
there
You're
is
not willing to
also-
look at anything. You're not willing to change your mind no matter what we present.
Sam,
No.
How?
Listen,
how did we fake it? I've asked you a question. You're
Yeah.
rambling off on
problem.
a tangent, which to me says you can't explain how it would be faked, but you want to insist it was faked. So, how would that be all faked?
I tell you what. First of all, at that point, it's not even important how to did it, who did it, why. It's not important. The fact is,
Wow.
it is fake. But the fact that we can see all these anomalies in your footage that can be seen in anomalies that we see on LCD screens elsewhere, and that line there, that line is like the killer for you. It's a TFE killer.
It's a TFE killer that they've already debunked 85 times that I watched earlier. So if that's really all you've got, that and incredulous laughter.
That proves by itself that you were into some sort of a closed environment in a studio. The snow that you can see the print over there. So David Weiss tried to debunk it, but we debunked his debunking because it's not possible. So the thing is that everything points to that direction, that you must have been someplace else. You must have been in some kind of a studio. Now the fact that we don't know where you were and how you did it exactly doesn't prove it wasn't fake. You understand? So give us some time. We'll have some intelligence report. And actually,
We've given you 10 months.
10 months.
no, not enough. We don't have we don't have
10 months ain't enough. Fuck off with your... How long do you need? 11 months.
the means that you had for that. Because apparently you had the money to do that. Somebody paid. Somebody helped you with how
Again, I'll ask, like I always say this, whenever they bring up this, the other side have got all the money and the funds. How can it be that on the one hand, you constantly say flat Earth is growing exponentially? All that CFE has done is to elevate flat Earth. It's more popular than ever. And on the other hand, say, there's not enough people to do a crowdfund and actually do anything. Those statements don't go with each other. Macca! Have watched this, can't stay tonight, but wanted to contribute. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. £5 and a British flag there. Cheers. Very generous. Thank you, Macca. Nice one. Play on.
stations with flights, so it was organized somehow.
Yeah, that's what ALE does. That's what ALE does every year, every day. Not every day. They don't do it during the winter, but I'm saying during their summer, they take people down there. You can call them and book a trip. You don't even need to go there. You can go to the tip of South America for $1,500. Film the sun going to the left when it needs to go to the right if the Earth is flat. Watch the sun travel the horizon, and then rise the next morning, and you realize, oh, if I fly that way and the sun rises up, I would get to a spot that it never sets.
Never sets. That's what I always say to me. If you're going to head that way, and the further you go south, the sun's taking longer and longer to set. It's just obvious that it's not going to set at some point. For fuck's sake. Like, this is just so fucking obvious to anybody with a brain.
That's what we saw.
And with all that, we don't have a 24-hour sun video for like 80 years.
Right. It's not very. It's not easy.
Why?
But you pricks have never travelled anywhere. Fucking travel somewhere and check it out for yourself. Take up, I saw Toon the other day talking about his challenge again, the 100 grand, right? Take up Toon on his challenge, 100 grand. If you're so sure this is bullshit, it's really easy money. Go with Toon. December, check it out.
We know why. Of course we do know why. Because there's no 24 hours sun.
Cheers, Macca. Nice one, mate. See you later.
No, the real reason is because people have known that the Earth is a ball for years, thousands of years, so they didn't ever thought about, like, oh, we need to make sure we show this.
Thousands of years?
I said thousands of years.
No. This is what you believe. This is going to believe. The globe believe. It's not true.
What's not true?
It's about, like, I tell you when, it's about 600 years old.
So when I show you, can I show you books from the year 90 to one?
You can show me.
What about Ptolemy? These guys believed in a globe Earth.
Wait a second. Who tells you that? The Catholic Church that invented the globe?
So okay, so then if we can't count any of history now, you're saying that no history can.
Don't believe that sort of history, but do believe Weiss when he goes to a school with some fossil who's about 700 years old and says, was you taught flat earth at school? And she says yes. Then believe that. Because that's totally true. But any history you've learned yourself, no, that's bullshit.
Could you believe the history from 600 years, but not before that?
No, not this.
But what history do you believe?
I just use again reasoning, intelligence.
No, that's not
Basic
intelligence.
Reasoning. Let me prove it to you.
Okay.
The thing is that in 1440,
Right.
a German Catholic bishop called Nicholas of Cusa wrote a book that's called Learned Ignorance. And in his book, he's starting to talk about the Earth not being alone in the universe, not being stationary. So
Why Sam got? I've just noticed something. Why Sam got a picture of a completely different bloke in his picture there next to his name? Like Sam in reality is about 150, but in his picture he's about 25, or someone's about 25. That's what it looks like to me anyway.
my question is this: if the entire world was believing this for like so long, how come you had to start, to write a book about it? It's like me saying today, oh, you know what? The Earth is a globe. And I'm going to write
Oh, fuck off with your bullshit lies about the past.
a book about it. This is ridiculous. The Catholic Church did start inventing science when they started inventing the globe thing. This is, there are videos about it. There are, many evidence of it. And we also know why they did it. And what was the objective, one of the main objectives, let's say, about it. So it's not for like thousands of years. And again, in our...
Dave, if you're still in chat, can I ask you a question? When he was waffling on for this, because I'm zoning out of this utter drivel, like you look like you're listening, were you actually listening? Because I'm fighting a coma at the moment.
Books, that I'm Jewish Sephardic, so, I read ancient books. The word globe doesn't even exist there. And everything says that it's flat, but that's something else that you can say, I don't believe in the Bible.
No, I didn't say that. I believe that people who wrote the Bible believed that the Earth was flat. Clearly. They didn't believe in a globe.
Not believe, understood. It's not like
it is. You're telling me that people back 2,000 years ago knew about the shape of the Earth? How did they know that? 5,000
years ago.
Okay, 5,000 years ago. How did they know the shape of the Earth?
I tell you how. The thing is that
they thought that just their area existed.
This is in your books, not in ours. You see, for example, I give you a sample. I don't want to talk now about the spiritual, Jewish mysticism. But the thing
Hold
is
on
that
a second.
There's a non-story in the Bible of Adam and.
To the non-English people in the chat, that means no.
God gives him an order. He says, fructify and multiply, and what is translated as dominate the earth, or fill up the earth, or fulfill the earth.
Okay.
And this is understandable by the fact that he said actually to Adam to know the earth, because you cannot dominate the earth, you cannot just control it if you don't know its limits, if you don't know its shape, if you don't know where you're going. So one of the first orders to God, from God to Adam, was to know the place he was living in. Now, when it comes to the flood, I made a video.
But Adam knew the shape of the earth. Adam went.
That's a really interesting point. I'm going to bring this up, super chat. Mr. Microcosm, $5. Question for everyone. Once this fluff bullshit is finally dead, we're getting there. Will these twat waffles pivot to Tartaria? That's my feeling anyway. I think you're right. To the free energy and all of that stuff. I've noticed there's a couple of proper pricks on TikTok. One's called Matthias Mariner, and the other one is called Jack someone, but he goes by True Earther 911. And they was constantly flat Earth. And now I've noticed, because they're getting lots of pushback in their comment section, they realize they don't know fuck all. They've still got like not 2015 talking points. They're pivoting to all sorts of other conspiracies now, more and more. And I think that's where they're going to all try and go to keep up the income that the income they're making from flat Earth. But I think everyone knows it's dead in the water now. It's very, very funny to it's probably funnier than ever to laugh at, because their position is so untenable now. But I'll milk it and laugh at it for as long as I can. I'll laugh at anything. It doesn't matter to me. Someone's told me to look at the Mud Fossil University. I'm going to be doing that at some point in the next week.
All over the Earth?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
of course.
okay.
You know, it's not the guy in the jungle. Just forget about it.
How long did it take him to walk around the Earth?
To walk around?
Well, how did he get around? He flew?
Well, I tell you something.
I didn't
How
know
do you think Moses saw the entire earth when God showed him the entire earth?
In his mental
out of
vision,
the
I would
mountain
bet. I don't think anybody thinks he walked around it.
Of course you don't think so. And this is the point.
Okay.
Because, you know, behind the globe belief, there is a spiritual war. We know that. We understand that.
Well, okay,
it's
you say you
actually
know
to bring
that.
people to believe that the earth, you know, was created itself, that it is insignificant, you know, insignificant, in the world, and that actually God did not create the earth.
Yeah, but you've now
We
equated,
know that
but
war.
you've
We
equated the
Yeah, Jeff, they keep going to look, them two that I just mentioned keep going to check, because they just copy what each other do, and they both copy that prick with a chin. What's his name? The thickest flat earther, right? They both copy his content, and then they copy each other as well. And they're all walking around churches saying, "Look at this free energy building. Back in the day, this used to conduct energy for free until they started charging us and all this other shit."
globe Earth with inconsequential, but that's your own equation. You've put that on it, right? The Earth could still be created by God and be a sphere. Is that not possible?
No, it cannot.
That's your problem. That's your problem. Your problem is that it is a problem, because if you've got a fundamental belief, your worldview is that God exists, and you're saying a globe is antithesis to God, then therefore you'll never believe in a globe. So what are we doing here?
No, just a second. It's just
fair comment, Jeran. Obviously, if your mind's not open, why are you pretending that it is? Super chat from Harnold, $5. Flat Earth cannot die because it was never alive in the first place. It has nothing to do with objectively evaluating evidence. It's conspiracult, maybe, I don't know. I agree. It won't die. What I mean is, there's a reason that people like modern day debates are basically funded by super chats and funded by interaction with the audience that watch the debates, and they'll always debate the most popular topics, and they haven't done a flat earth in months and months and months, which means there's no demand for it, and that's very telling. Oh, not that. I need to click over here.
just another point to confirm the globe lie and to explain why the globe lie. Because it's a
Hold on, did you just say that God cannot create a sphere Earth?
He can create whatever he wants, but
Okay.
he did not create the Earth as a globe. You understand?
They always lose me at religion. I'm not going to lie.
No, I don't understand.
I didn't write this book. I didn't wrote these things. It is what's written. But anyways, again, I wouldn't put that as an argument, since you don't maybe believe in what I believe. But the thing is that believing that for thousands of years people believe that the Earth is a globe is a total absurd lies. There is no such reference in no civilization that the Earth was a globe.
Wait, what is it? I'm talking about. What about Ptolemy? Ptolemy in the year 50 or 60 or 70 AD.
Well, you know what? Let's say it's not a lie. Let's say it's true that Ptolemy believed it. Okay, how about all the other hundreds of nations?
You've got zero evidence for what you believe, and you're calling everything else a fucking lie. I'm fornicated. $5. What's the gravitational constant of a clown? Oh, I got a clown thing here. It's 0 because they don't attract facts. Here we go. Hang on. Speaking of clowns.
You unbelievable clown!
There you go. Thanks, Nathan Oakley, for the voice, for the sound clip there.
Civilizations that existed. What about them?
Yeah,
Nothing. Just Ptolemy?
No, they believed the Earth was flat
Kind of
until
weird, huh?
they believed the Earth was flat back in the day. Yes.
Come on, Jeran. Come on. Be straight with us. Be honest with us. You have to be logic. You prove that you have logic.
Did he just say logic whilst talking about anyone else?
That you can think.
What is your question?
Suddenly you're playing stupid about this. You know, it makes sense. It makes sense that
How do
if
you not
it
make
was
any sense?
true, there would be like so much evidence in all civilizations that the Earth was a globe, and there is none.
But how would
So
they
you can say,
know?
oh, they
How would they
never
know?
figured
Do
it out.
you realize how difficult it is even to us to convince you? So how would the people back 1,000 years ago know the shape of the Earth?
Okay, wait a second. I'll explain you.
Okay.
I'll explain you. You know, according to the Jewish tradition, our civilization, our how do you call that? Our time starts. Our cycle of time, starts about 5,700 years ago.
Okay.
But this is not about the creation of the Earth. The Earth has like billions.
Does anybody know of a timestamp? Because this religious bullshit is getting on my tits. Does anybody know like when they start talking about the physical evidence and whatever that he's alluded to that other people in the chat have said is coming?
Of years, and we know that in Judaism, the 5,700 years ago started our new cycle of time. Before that, there was another civilization on Earth that was destroyed. That you can understand through all the different destructions of civilizations mentioned in the Torah, like the destruction of Sodom, the flood, etc. So at that point, you have to understand that there were
Dave
people
looks
before
bullshitless.
that had knowledge, that had machines, that had like. That
Wake
were
up,
very well
McKeegan,
involved.
wake up.
And the proof is that today, with all our evolution, we don't even know how to understand, what the pyramids of Giza are for. We cannot even make them, reproduce them. Even the statues, they're so perfect that even with lasers and mechanical.
Okay, we're getting off
assistance,
point here.
We cannot do it.
Let's stick to you think we faked.
The point is like you
Yeah,
said,
thank
how
you,
can they-
Jeran.
Of course they could, because they come from a civilization that knew things, and a lot of facts in the Torah tells us that they.
But
knew
we're able
much
to
more
determine
than
things today, right? We're further along. We've got more equipment, better along philosophy.
It's not true. Why do we know that it's not true? It looks like it. Yes, we have.
It's
much more
not
toys,
true.
But look at the pyramids. It's a checkmate.
What? Did he just say the pyramids have got more technology than today? Is he fucking taking the piss?
All the technology that we have, we cannot even reproduce it.
Okay, did they have airplanes? Did they land on the ice in Antarctica?
Well, wait a second. Wait, that's another thing. Let's talk about this after. But let's finish this. How come
Unfornicated. Shark objects. What's Dave because of thinking about having a bath?
with all that technology that we have, all that knowledge, we don't even know what the pyramids are for, and we can't even reproduce them. Even forget about the pyramids. The statues, they're so perfect.
107 people, 37 likes. Come on, hit that. Pound that like button.
It has nothing to do with us
We
going
cannot
on this
make
trip or not.
pyramids
I can't.
with lasers.
Dave and I were not in Egypt when they built the pyramids. I hate to tell you, but we were in Antarctica.
You don't
210. But will I miss? Do I miss any of the? I want to watch him banging on about the plane tickets and whatever he's going to ask for. People said in the chat earlier on he starts asking for things. Is that before or after that Vladdy Daddy comes in?
You don't have to. This is just logic to tell you that don't believe that we are progressing in knowledge. We are actually falling down, collapsing. But anyways, that's another. I'm not here to talk about that.
Can we bring this back to TFE because there's now
Thank you, Dave. Should have jumped in 20 minutes ago, mate.
3 or 4 times I've counted that you've used the words about you've used the phrases of using intelligence and logic with all of this. But you've also argued on more than one occasion that the fact that nobody else has recorded the 24-hour sun, and why does nobody record the 24-hour sun? So just very quickly, leading question, because I don't know whereabouts in the world you are. Could you just name me one place that you've visited or been on holiday
Who's Luke? Everybody hit Luke.
or gone to in the world? Anywhere? Scotland, great. Could you show me a video of the sun circling of the sun for 24 hours, or could you just show me a 24-hour long video of Scotland?
If you say Luke, everyone bait the shit out of him when he comes in.
So that I can believe that you've actually been to Scotland.
No, I cannot because I don't have any, and my point is not to prove it to you, but it is your point to prove that you were there. But
Right. So now, we're getting somewhere here. So let's just hold on to that logic for 1 second.
How did you get Dave? How did you get that plane in the studio?
When I bring up your previous question as to why nobody else or why so few people have recorded the 24-hour sun, it's because very few people in the global population give a rat's ass about the 24-hour sun. Most people who pay the money to go to Antarctica are going there for scientific exploration, or they're going to view the penguins there, or they're going visiting people.
You got to admit that studio was quite impressive.
Nobody is going there with the mindset of going, I want to go and prove the 24-hour sun. The only reason we were going is because conspiracy theorists. If you are really of the mindset of thinking, I want to see a 24-hour sun, it's a hell of a lot easier and cheaper to go to the north. So your argument of very few people have recorded the 24-hour sun isn't actually an argument for TFE being fake, because what you're basically saying is Well, very few people have gone and done this. Oh, the ones that did, yeah, but that's all fake. Well, so we're going to go and do it, and then we do it, and then you go, but it's fake because nobody else has done it before. You've got circular reasoning going on here.
So can I answer you for this a little bit? There's a problem with what you're saying, because on one side you're saying something that is true, that people don't go there to film the 24-hour sun. I have no problem with this. However, the flat Earth theory is being out there for a while now. So even though a majority of people.
But we know, right? Surely we know. Let's just be honest here for a minute without being too disrespectful, because I'm not a rich man myself. Ain't no Will Duffy here, right? But the vast majority of flat earthers, and this is just a fact, the vast majority of flat earthers either have no job or very low paid jobs. Just a fact. Other than Flat Earth Millionaire, who apparently could have paid for this trip 1,000,000 times. I'm pretty sure he's not a millionaire. But anyway, the sort of people that go down to do anything in Antarctica are generally rich people with money to fucking burn. They're not going to be interested in proving anything to these fucking idiots at the Dole Center, are they?
People on Earth don't care about the shape of the Earth. There are few of them that do care. So now let's say that nobody thought about it before, but when you started thinking about going there to film the 24 hours, why don't you think just to use people that were already there? Just why spend all that money and all these efforts? Just you can call somebody there. Just
I already answered this question.
The reason they spent that Will decided to spend all of that money and effort is because many people within your community, and probably you yourself, and probably every one of your fucking idiot mates, all agreed that the 24-hour sun in Antarctica would prove the globe. So they thought they'd prove the globe. I told Will it would be a waste of fucking time because none of you fucking morons would be honest enough to admit that it proved anything. And I was right. But some of you did. Some of you left at the cult. Some of you are reevaluating life and actually probably better for it. So I guess it wasn't a total waste of money. And it gives the rest of us way more ammunition to point and laugh at all of you.
So he's already on the over there, so he can just
Great.
prove it.
I can answer your question right now.
Okay.
Who would you phone?
There are, you say?
Steve Bauman, is it? Yeah, I agree. Having millionaire in your name is just like having truth in your name. Exactly. There's some bloke, the biggest wanker I've ever come across. Actually, it's close. It's close. But one of the biggest wankers I've ever come across and spoken to on TikTok was a bloke called You're Deluded. Like you are and then deluded. And he's got many other names that are like that. And he sounds like a farmer from Britain. And he really does believe that every celebrity is a clone and they killed them off, really. Everything we're ever told is fake. And he sounds like such a dim fucking idiot, and he just bangs on and on and on about every fucking thing. And he's one of them that's got truth in all of his names, but his main one was You're Deluded. All the rest of it inconvenient truth and all of this sort of shit. 1 minute 30. Am I gonna die of thirst? Possibly.
Now that there are many people going there, visiting there, working there.
You admitted at the opening statement many people go to Antarctica. So who would you phone? Why do I need to phone somebody? I'm not questioning the 24-hour sun. You're the one that's questioning it. So why haven't you phoned somebody in Antarctica?
Sorry, I've got a chewing gum now. There's nothing wrong with farmers, CK. But if you know what I meant by a UK farmer, they've got this certain accent that doesn't make them sound the brightest when they're trying to be condescending to other people. That's all.
We know that there is no 24 and there's no pole, south pole. So I don't have to prove anything. Now you're the one that went there, that wanted to go and to prove it, which is honorable. I have no problem with this. The question doesn't make sense that you didn't think about a much cheaper way, a better way, and much before that to prove it. You understand?
No. I know perfectly why, but here's the thing. You see, and you are highlighting exactly why that wouldn't work. Because if I say I'm on the phone to somebody here who's in Antarctica, and it's December, and the sun's up for 24 hours, right? What's your response to that going to be? Exactly the same as what it is when I'm here going, I personally went to Antarctica in December and saw the sun didn't set, and you'll go, well, they're a liar because I don't believe it.
The only no, it cannot be because that person doesn't have any reason to lie, just like you do. You understand? So this person's already working there, it's already there.
Yeah, but those
Why
people
would
are
you have to
there.
lie?
Those people are there.
And
Sam.
The staff who are there, working there, have no reason to lie. When asked
Exactly.
outright, in fact, I think it might be on Mark Herman's 360 camera. Jonathan asked, "When does the sun set?" as a joke, and they were just like, "It doesn't."
They said February.
I thought it was a joke. Okay. I think it was.
So
he wasn't
you
laughing when
have
he said that,
now
but that's okay.
people in Antarctica on video at ALE answering the question of a 24-hour sun. You won't accept it now, though, because you'll just say they're lying.
But check it out. Even without trying to prove that there is a 24-hour sun, now
Nobody gives a fuck. Everyone that went there to point and laugh at you. Nobody went there to prove anything to anybody. Everybody knew what they would say, including the flat earthers. And the reason that they couldn't get flat earthers to go, and the reason that even Jeran and Witsit took so fucking long, is because all of the flat earthers knew what they were gonna say, and they didn't want to have to admit it, or they didn't want to end the grift that they've managed to create some income from pretending and selling a mental illness online. Everybody on the globe side knew exactly what they would say. Nobody's like, oh, I need to see, I'm going to prove it. No, everyone knew. That's why they took all of this equipment. So they could just fucking crack on, and because they knew what they were going to film. Fucking
lots of
crazy.
videos in the North Pole about the 24-hour sun. Without trying to prove anything, just because it's beautiful. And actually the colors and the footage are totally different of the one that you brought.
It's totally different. There's a lot less atmosphere. The north has.
It's also a much lower elevation.
Lower
so-
elevation, right.
I understand. So the thing is that,
I understand. I'm not going to listen to a word you're saying, but I understand. I'm just going to talk over you because you're about to debunk me again.
people just film what's nice, what's beautiful, without having to prove anything. So again, they're like,
yeah, but they don't film it for 24 hours.
Thousands of people.
They don't forget to sleep and film something for 24 hours. You can't find somebody filming something for 3 hours.
So in 80 years, out of the few million people that were there, nobody thought about like filming the sun.
Do you think that 40 years ago that they could have filmed the 24-hour sun? How would they have done that?
Yeah, two people went and filmed 24-hour sun.
They have footage from the 1800s. What are they talking about?
Not 1800s.
Right.
The later
Hang on.
you have footage. Yeah.
You're arguing your own point here, Sam.
Yes,
You've just loads of people go to Antarctica. Why have none filmed the 24-hour sun? Right?
Yes.
Thousands of people go to Antarctica. Multiple times more go beyond the northern polar circle to where there's 24-hour sun. Only a fraction of those people actually record the sun. Right?
Yes,
So
I agree.
so
I understand.
very few people record the 24-hour sun, and most of those will be going because I want to film a 24-hour sun. They've gone with that specific intention. Most
I
people
agree.
going to Antarctica are not going all that way, thousands of miles, to one of the most hostile places in the world with the mindset of thinking, I need to prove there's something that the whole world already knows exists.
But
Spot
people
on.
in the north, they don't have to prove nothing either. They just film for filming it because it's beautiful. So I don't expect the entire, 100% of people just filming. Just like in the north, like you said.
How many videos are there in the north?
Very small fraction of people could film, but
What most people do is if they want to prove there's a 24-hour sun, the one time from anywhere in the world that you would expect to find a 24-hour sun is right in the middle of the night, halfway between sunrise and sunset in the early hours of the morning. And what most people do is just record a little video of themselves going, look, it's 1 a.m., it's 2 a.m., I'm in Antarctica. Oh, look, there's the sun. If the sun hasn't set by 1 o'clock in the morning, it's not going to set.
So the thing is, what you're saying. Okay, let's go with you for a little while. You're saying then that you went there, you saw 24-hour sun. Okay, let's play stupid and say I believe it. Now check it out.
Let's play stupid and say I believe it. Or, or you could travel to the south and you could keep going south until you see the sun being up for longer and longer the further you get south, and just do a logical thought process and think, if I go much further, that sun won't even go down. You could just do that.
If you did that, so actually it would be something like historic, because nobody did that before. Would be the first one to do that. It should be a historic event. Wouldn't it be? It should be something like
What is that? Is that the marathon he was pulling up there?
mentioned all over the place.
Let me tell you something else that you guys
But
forget.
no
'cause-
media wants
right.
to
So,
mention it.
so you guys all say no media wanted to.
documentaries
Hold on. Let me just tell you something.
why.
I'll show you.
Wait.
I'll show you emails.
Sorry, Jeran,
Okay, go ahead.
just to butt in there. So let me just make sure I've got this right. The intelligent, logical thinking, I do all my own research, hasn't actually bothered to Google news outlets for the final experiment, because There are loads of news outlets that have all plastered it over. And newsflash, all the headlines are going, flat earthers go to Antarctica to try and prove the Earth's flat, prove themselves wrong.
Do you know what he's talking about, though, is he's talking about ALE.
There are lots of
And there's a reason why ALE didn't use us, and it's because we sent a letter, myself, Elizabeth, and Austin all sent a letter to ALE 3 days before we left on the trip that said, we are not authorizing your use of our face or our likeness for any reason. Then when we get back, all you guys said, oh, look, at ALE's not even mentioning it, so they must not really be there. But if we wouldn't have said that to them, shut up. If we wouldn't have mentioned that to them.
Just shut up. And just carried on. Love it.
Then what would have happened? Then we would have been plastered everywhere and you guys would have had to complain about that. So it doesn't matter what we did. You would complain about it because you already came to your conclusion.
Of course, because you force us to these conclusions. We don't invent these conclusions.
No, you've invented the
We see
conclusion.
what you're doing.
You've just invented it.
You just invented that conclusion.
So let me explain it to you. According to what you did, it should have been something extremely...
It was to us. It was to us. Because you guys have shit on it doesn't mean that it's not.
Wait a second. Then after we'll talk about, people's shit. But check it out. The thing is that...
Sam hasn't said anything yet.
Again, something such an event will be considered as an historical event because it never been proven, and it would have put an end to flat Earth totally, and it would have been picked up
It did.
by all the mainstream channels.
Well, unless people...
What do you mean? The mainstream channels, nobody takes this seriously. They really are so totally fucking deluded, aren't they? They really do believe that this is a 50-50 split of people that are flat and globers. And let's settle this once and for all and put it all over the news once we finally know. Everybody already knew. Everybody already knew, other than a small minority of twats that think that they're important and think they have special knowledge of something on the internet. Nobody gives a fuck.
From the flat earth didn't want to accept it, right?
It should have went viral.
Let me show you this, Sam.
All over the
Sam, let me see how honest you are, Sam. You said that you would
Let's
trust.
make a
Hold on. You said you would trust
documentary.
somebody. Sam, you said you would trust somebody that we called down there. So what you need to do is go to this Antarctic Ice Marathon. Okay, go to any date that you want. Go to competitors. Go to all these dates, 2005 to 2025. Let's go to 2015, for example. Go there, pick the date. It's going to list for you all of the competitors and the winners and what place they're from. So we just need to find somebody from the United States. Here we go. So let's go Paul Webb. Find a name that seems to be, look at this guy's last name, Hohenthaler. Not a good, I bet you if you look this guy up, you can find him. Get a hold of him and ask him if the sun set when he was there. And when they tell you no, you need to shut the fuck up. Because you said that's...
Yeah, exactly. Go do that. That's how easy it is. Look at these things, find these people, ask them. They're all down there at this time of year. Ask them. That's called do your research.
what it would take. Well, that's what you said it would take. We don't know these people. Look how many people are on this list. Do you think that they've all been contacted and told when Sam calls to tell them a lie? Or do you think that this is a good way to verify if it actually sets in Antarctica in December?
So how come the mass media don't want to talk about it?
Oh,
Why are they scared about it?
Okay.
because it is not important.
Yeah, explain to me.
Right.
Give me a good reason.
Okay.
Let's check it out.
Okay, entertain me for a minute. Okay,
They really think that the world's in wonderment as to whether it's flat or not. Like because all they do is spend their entire life sitting there in echo chambers. They think that that is a consensus of people. Like, because everyone in this group says that we think is flat, then that means everyone out there secretly knows it. And the minute they do any research, they'll definitely know it. So the mainstream need to cover this. And the reason they're not covering it is because they're covering it up. What? Nobody thinks this other than a few fucking idiots.
Media talk about what exactly?
They should talk about your historic discovery and the proof that flat Earth. They talk so much about.
Jesus Christ.
What historic discovery that a group of people go to a place that thousands of people go to every year and see something that 99% of the global population already know exists?
Already know.
Oh, okay.
That is somehow newsworthy.
So I'll tell you. The mass media are making fun and are talking about flat Earth for so long and so much that suddenly an argument like yours, like a video like yours, that will put definitely an end to flat Earth because it will prove that the Earth is a globe that carries the South Pole. Suddenly they don't talk about this.
So if the news talked about it, then you would be done. So if the news talked about it, you'd be done. You'd be like,
That's
it's definitely a curved Earth. That's all you needed was the news.
If the news covered it, and exactly, if the news covered it and said it's officially a globe, they'd have gone, well, the news would. Well, the news would say that, wouldn't they? So why is he asking for it? Why do they ask for anything?
If the news picked it up in every news station and we were on ABC and I was on Good Morning America and Dave was on CNN, then you would know that the flat Earth was wrong and you'd step down away from it.
If they had picked it up,
yeah,
I would have considered again my
wow.
question,
I mean,
because
you'd have listened to mainstream media on this one occasion, would ya? Bullshit.
You're the complete opposite of conspiracy theorists that say that if it's on the news, it's fake. So you see what I'm saying? That we can't win.
Exactly.
Not everything. Not everything. Don't confuse everything.
Not everything. Not everything on the news is fake. Just all the things that we say is fake because we've got inside knowledge. We see it on the dark web.
Nothing's confused.
There's no such thing that that everything they say is fake. But
That's what people say.
You say is fake. Not everything in TFE is fake. You don't have to prove that everything in TFE is fake to prove that it's fake.
Yes, you do.
You have to prove that some things are fake.
What do you mean? If you
Some
found
things
one,
don't make
if you
sense.
found one video
It's
footage
fake.
that's fake, does that mean that the whole trip is fake? I don't get it.
No, if you have again between 70 to 80
I'm not going anywhere with flat sword. He's a knob.
gross anomalies.
No, you keep saying that. You've given us
footage.
2, and they're not, and we've disproven this.
I gave you already 80 because it's on my channel for so long, and I know that you go into my channel, so it's it's already exposed. You want me to take about an hour to show you a video? I have no problem.
No, we can watch
But
it. It's a
I
terrible
have
video.
nothing
Sam,
like
you
this.
could just name them.
Yeah.
You don't need to go through them all and find them. You say the 70 to 80 anomalies.
Right,
I asked
okay.
you to name 3.
Okay, so
Okay, go ahead. Give us the
what
next
do
one.
you need? Another 2. That's what we have the sun, in the face. We have all those glitches, in the video. Always like that come back. You have that truck that disappears in the mountain, and don't tell me it's like a point that it's normal.
Wow,
It's not a
we
point. It's
discussed
big
this,
when it
Sam.
disappears.
You're now being
It's big and then
dishonest.
disappears.
You're being dishonest.
Oh, okay.
Straight up
Alright.
dishonest. You're a liar. We talked about
No.
this. Then you lied to me the last time we talked. You lied to me in private. You understood.
How did
I showed you when we went up in the
Yes.
drone that we could see that truck just drove downhill, and it looks like it goes into a mountain. You actually believe a truck went into a mountain.
What you showed me, it was believable.
Okay, well,
And it doesn't match. So that's
but
why
you
I
just brought it
listened
up
to
as an anomaly. You just brought it up as one of your proofs.
No, wait a second. What you showed me, that is what you do all the time. You show me things that are not either complete or not really match what we're talking about, and you said that's a proof. It's not a proof.
Okay, but you
That's
showed me a
proof of
truck
what-
driving into a mountain. So how am I supposed to show you something that's like that unless I show you that if you get up higher, you can see that the mountain is just going downhill?
I have no problem, but theories.
Oh,
Your
boy.
theories are just. I have no problem, but the footage is still fake
Okay.
because it makes sense. I've seen like hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of movies in my life. I know what a movie looks like. I know what.
Jesus Christ. I've seen movies. I know what movies look like. So I knew this was a movie. No, you don't.
What a truck
No, you don't.
should look like.
You're talking to Dave and I. We know that what you're saying is false.
Okay, so I know that you're pretending that what I say is false.
No, we know
So
that we were
stay in
there.
our position.
So we know that everything that you're saying about saying that you're so smart that you can tell the difference between real footage and you can't.
I don't have to be smart. That's the whole point. You don't have to be smart for that.
Hold on a minute. I've got a super chat here from Celine Dion. Yeah. Sam is an expert in nothing but knows everything. I roll. With no mouth there. Cheers, CK.
Even somebody stupid, retarded, can understand it's fake. That's the whole point. This is what's great about it.
Okay,
And that brings me to
let's.
that.
I'd like to put this to the test then. So,
No problem.
So, again, circling back to this idea, because in some way we have all this footage. It's not one camera. We've not gone to Antarctica with one camera and just filmed the 360. I had my time-lapse camera. Will had his 2 videos that you can run all at the same time and see they all match up with each other, right? So that whole area that we were in and we were getting in a truck and driving off, right? That is us physically somewhere, okay? Now, we say we were in Antarctica. You say what? We were in some enclosed studio with LED walls?
Of course, I have no choice than to believe that. It's not.
I've got no choice but to believe that. Despite cameras filming, and this vast area. To me, it's just obvious that you was in a studio.
an
Okay,
opinion.
right.
That's
Okay, right. So, halfway point is the area with the hut and the cameras. But you also saw us in the main Union Glacier camp with all of the tents as well. So is that in a studio?
Again, sorry.
So you saw us at halfway point where there's the blue hut and we had all the cameras set up and there's nothing surrounding us at all. You're saying that is a studio with LED walls, yes?
Of course. What
Okay.
else can it be?
The other camp, well, it could be, like a place in the middle of Antarctica, but that's a story for another day. The other camp, the one with all of the main Union
Manager, whoever you are, I fucking care, but why are you here pimping Flatside? If it's entertaining, go watch it. Why are you here? Is this better than Flatside? That's what it is, isn't it? Flatside's is he sitting back in his chair with a stupid, soppy look on his face, pretending to be smug and pretending to laugh at shit that he's not really laughing at. Is that what he's doing? Is that why you got bored and came here?
Glacier camp with all of the tents where all the staff are. We were also there. Is that a studio or were we actually at that camp?
I tell you something.
Or is Flatside doing so badly over there these days that he has to send people out to pimp his shit? Go to other channels and tell them to come to mine. Okay, Flatside, I'll do that, sir.
Everything again points to the direction that you were never there. It doesn't mean that you cannot take footage.
Sam,
of the
I
camps that
couldn't
are
give a
real.
shit what your opinion, what diversions you want to go on. It's a simple question, right?
Yes, go ahead.
Union Glacier Camp, the ALE advertise on their website and show all the pictures of. We have video footage of us in that camp. Jeran live streamed in that camp, and we're walking around and climbing in and out of all these different of all the tents and going in, and you can see the staff members are all there. Mark Herman's got his video up where he's walking around with a 360 camera. That is somewhere that we are, right? We're all there in the video, breathing. Are we in a physical camp or are we in a studio?
What you say is true, besides the fact that you were live streaming, I cannot verify that because so easy to take a second. But besides that, what you're saying here, I have no problem that, you look, that footage looks real. I have no problem about this. But in order to know if you were there, all footage have to be real, not just a part of them. You understand? That's a problem.
Right, but you're not answering the question. And I know why you're not answering the question, because you know I'll
He's not answering the question because he's a flat earther, and they never do.
bring your ass up on a hook when you give me the answer, right?
Don't get nervous. It's all right.
We're walking around the camp. Jeran has all the body cam footage where we're riding bikes, and I've got the footage. I've got all sorts of footage. We'll set a 360 time lapse up on the edge of that camp as well, right? That's the camp that ALE advertised. That's the camp that ALE take everybody to, right? I'm just asking you outright, that place that we were, where that footage is that the actual camp? Did we actually go to Antarctica to at least that camp? Or are you saying that all of that is a studio as well and we replicated it in a studio?
Your question is not valid because...
Getting answered?
Yeah, that's not a valid question. I can't answer that because I know you will absolutely destroy me no matter what I say. So I'm invalidating that question.
Because you're saying that place that we were in, that place you were never there. Okay, that's one. So if you want to tell me if that place that ALE is showing and that camp do exist, of course they do. Of course that place is real. Now the fact that you were there is not real. And how do I come to the conclusion? Even though it looks real, it's a good job. Hey, you did good. But the thing is that again, all the footage you present have to be real. You cannot just show like one footage that has no glitches on it, and then like another footage that is totally fake, and say we were there. You understand? It's not
No, Sam, you're misunderstanding me. You're misunderstanding me here. Okay, at this point, right? I'm now not in the thing of going down the notion of trying to convince you that we were in Antarctica. Right? I want to know what your explanation is as to where we were faking this footage, so that I can pull up this piece of footage that I'm waiting to pull up. Right? So I need to know from you. You said we were in a studio at halfway point. Were we also in a studio at the main camp? Are you saying that we just created this big camp, fake camp, inside the studio as well?
No. What I'm saying again is that you could not be in Antarctica if there are...
So where were they then? Answer the fucking question. Break the habit of a lifetime for flat earthers and answer something. You know you're going to get annihilated. That's why you don't answer. They're all the fucking same. If I say nothing in particular, then no matter where they go with it, I'll just deny that I meant that.
So many anomalies and so many glitches in your footage, even though there are footages like that look good. I have no problem about this. I have nothing to say about this footage. But it doesn't mean that because I don't know where you were, that you were there.
I'm not asking you to name the... Okay. I'm not asking you to give me a street address to go for where you think we were, right? Are you saying that we were in some sort of a studio? Because we have the footage of us walking around a camp with all of these tents, and we're going into these tents. And there's snow and ice on the ground, and you can hear it crunching. So either that is a real place in the open air, or it is somehow faked. And I would like you to clarify, are you saying that we were in at least some place outdoors, or were we in some place that it was faked?
So again, you were in a place that wasn't fake. You were in a studio. Studio is not fake. Now, the fact that you're saying I was in Antarctica, we were there because look at us, it looks good, it's not enough. Because again, in order to know if you were there, we have to see the entire picture, the entire footage.
The very first person I looked up,
we can know.
This guy here, Eric Euclid, just looked him up, found his Facebook. Now I'm back in time. I'm all the way back to November of 2015. Look at him at Union Glacier.
Whoa.
Here's him at the race.
That'll be early hours of the morning if the sun's over Rossman.
Yep, this will be about 1 a.m. 2 a.m.-ish. But here's him with a picture with an ALE cap on. So it's incredible to me to see this stuff. Now, I did just send him a message. We'll see if he gets back to me. But I just said, hello, Eric, can I talk to you for a second? I was at Union Glacier in December 2024. You were there in 2015, right? Because if he comes back, I'll just say, hey, did you see the sunset? And he'll laugh at me. That's what the quality of that argument is in real life, Sam. If I ask that to somebody who's actually been to Antarctica, they will laugh at me because it's that big of a joke. It should be understood. We can't have thousands of people going to Antarctica every year.
What does he say to this?
Sun, and them all be liars. That's what we have to believe you. But they're all liars.
Liars? Why they all talk about 24/7? Like,
no, they don't talk about it. But if you bring it up to them, of course they didn't. Dude, if they went there and there was nighttime and they had to sleep and it was dark, what do you think? They didn't tell anybody. That wasn't surprising to them that it went opposite of what was told would happen.
Exactly. They'd go there. Someone would go, oh, you're going there in December. It'll be 24-hour sunlight then. And then they get there and it's night and it's not 24. They'd be like, who the fuck told us that? Hang on, because we're on a globe, it's supposed to be no nighttime here. Why is it nighttime? That's what they would say.
Ask them if they saw trembling mountains and straight lines in the sky.
Well, that's called video footage, and you don't think video footage has a little anomalies? Wow, that's weird.
Jeran, I've got my screen
sure, let me
share,
see over there.
if that's okay. So I'm just going to present a couple of clips here, Sam.
Go ahead.
So if you could just sort of refrain from butting in for a moment while I lay this out for you. So I'm just going to take your argument that you think we were in some sort of a studio, right, and highlight to you how that does.
Exactly. Unfabricated. It took him 2 minutes of doing his own. Do your own research. That's how simple would that have been for any flat? They didn't even think to do that.
Doesn't work, right? So let's take your notion for a second that we were in that halfway point was in fact a 360 studio, and just the scenery and the landscape and the sky were all just projected onto the studio, which is what you're claiming. I mean, for starters, that wouldn't work anyway, because having a 360 studio all the way around you would completely remove shadows, which we have, but let's just ignore that little problem. So this is a comparison where I took the 24-hour video footage from Will's camera and the time-lapse from my camera.
Where's that gone?
So you can see Will's 2 cameras are here, and my camera is here. So in your mind, this is some sort of a studio, right? The studio wall is somewhere around about here, and the scenery around us is being projected, okay? But if I play this through, you will notice the sun distorts on one camera, and I know you flat earthers love bringing up the sun distortions, but it's not distorting in the other camera, and the glare's different on each one as well. Now, if this was projected on a screen, the sun would look the same in both cameras.
Well played.
Right, and this is the entire 24 hours right the way around. Sky behaviors are completely different between the 2 cameras, which goes completely against the idea that this is a 360 projector. But I'm going to go one better than that, because this is on the 15th, the 14th and the 15th, the first 24 hours we were there. When we then finished, Toon set up one of the 360 cameras at this location to film a full 24-hour video, and Will went back to Union Glacier Camp, which is over here towards Mount Rossman, and set his camera back up to do a 360 time-lapse. And I've put both of theirs together in the same way and done a comparison, and you can see all the clouds are exactly the same formations and same everything, which sure, you could argue, okay, but this is all still a projector, except for the fact that when the clouds then start rolling in here, if this was a projector, both would be seeing the exact same projections.
I'm really curious that the Flat Earth channels that are covering this, I'm really curious what they're going to say to any of this. Like, this is obvious. I don't know what they're going to say to any of this, other than the
exact same time. But when the sun gets covered up in Will's camera and the camp goes into shadow, it's not blocked from Toon's camera because it's several miles away, and there's still all the shadows there. It takes another couple of minutes for the shadow to reach as far as him, which again doesn't really fit with it being all in a studio. Yeah, now maybe you could argue that, okay, we had it all shot in one 360 camera, in one 360 studio, and then we switched all the studio around and shot it in a different 360 studio. So I've also put together this little video. Well, I say little video, it's about 42 minutes long, but I've got it uploaded to you.
It's like preempted everything. He's preempted everything he could come back with and already got the answer, and he's just like rattling through it.
YouTube, I can link it to you if you want. This is Toon recording with his GoPro, and he's in the main camp now, walking around, and he's just explaining that he's going up to halfway point because he needs to change the battery on his camera. So he sets the camera up while he changes his clothes, and then he walks over to the ALE staff here and into one of the tents. So again, this is a hell of a big studio that you think we must be in here, that he's in this tent, and then he's over to Scott here, and there was that bit of breath I saw from Scott there.
Mm.
Yeah, that was some breath there. So it's a bloody cold studio, that must be. So anyway, he's on his snowmobile. Now, bearing in mind, up here in the top
But did he vape first? That's what I need to know.
corner, I've also got the 24-hour real time from his camera that's up at halfway point. So he's on this snowmobile, and he's going to get on this snowmobile, and Scott's going to drive him out of the camp, up the road, and then at this point here, I swapped the footage over. You can see I've paired them up so you know I've not changed the video randomly. But here we go. So this is now just switching over. And then here, I'll pull...
He's sitting there watching this and pretending that this is all in a studio. It blows my mind.
The footage in now. Here comes Mr. Toon on his snowmobile as he pulls up to the camp. And then he gets over and he comes over and he changes the battery. The whole time his GoPro's still running on the snowmobile. And then he walks back over. Oh, just to clarify as well, so he'd stopped the camera for a second there and then started it back up again, just in case you're wondering. But the whole time his GoPro was still running as well at that point. And then he gets back onto the snowmobile and he goes off the other direction, the other way out the loop, all the way back around. Oh, past some random skier, not quite sure what they're doing in the middle of a studio, all the way back around to the back end of the camp, back to where they started. Now, I'm going to give you one of two options. Either that is Antarctica, or that is about the single biggest fucking studio building you could ever imagine.
So you're saying that because it looks big, so it has to be a big studio. So when
The fake laughter always does me. So you're saying just because it looks big, it has to be big, are you? Is that really what you're saying to me? The people that think there's a glass dome that nobody's ever seen.
Superman is flying, it has to be a hell of a huge studio.
You missed the whole
like
point.
flying in the sky,
That's
like miles.
I was skimming over that. That's 42 minutes. 42 minutes,
Yeah,
right?
it's okay.
He starts on the snowmobile at...
The fake laughter isn't going to save you, Sam. You look like a prick.
where are we at there? He's exiting the camp at 15 minutes, and he gets up to halfway point at 22. 7 minutes driving on a snowmobile.
And
How
that's a
big
good
of a
point.
studio?
That's a good point. You know why? Because it's very hard for you to prove the time. You said 7 minutes. You said it comes out at the same time. This is the two footage of the same time. You say it. I have to.
You don't have to believe all the cameras are there.
I don't say it. I show it.
Okay, so you know what? Let's make it on the other way. Do you believe that the footage you showed me could be faked? I'm not saying by you. I'm saying like in a movie studio and in Hollywood, can it be like
Yeah, Hollywood did this. Spielberg was down there with them.
a movie production company that can actually make that footage
In post?
over there? Is it possible?
What, is it possible to CGI that much footage?
Not
In
just
that
CGI. I don't
manner.
have to just CGI. There are so many other methods than CGI.
Are you talking about in real time, like live streaming? Like were we there when Duffy did his midnight stream? Like
No, I'm saying
No,
like
no. You couldn't fake without
Roger.
no, I don't think so.
just complete artificial rendering both of those together. Because like I showed you, that is one continuous unbroken video, or two unbroken videos from two completely different locations where they're driving together with no cut and then driving off again as well. All
There's no way
one
it could
take.
be fake. In no way it could be fake. There are
You
no
tell me.
technologies today. I don't know. I'm asking you. There are no technologies today, no people, no organizations that could fake that.
If you're
Let's
talking about
go
making it
crazy.
way
Let's
over
go
time,
crazy.
sure. If somebody can make anything in 6 months.
Exactly.
Okay, so then we just don't believe anything then. So if anything goes against our worldview, no, this is what you're saying. You are saying if anything goes against your worldview, that you can just discount it as saying it's fake. No footage would ever suffice because it can be faked.
It's not enough to jump to the
It's not enough. Those 6 trillion cameras you had that was all filming each other for 4 days, streaming live, interacting with the live chat, filming the sun go around, filming everything, 4 flat earthers admitting that they saw the sun. It's not enough.
conclusions. You always jump to conclusions out of fake arguments. You
What do
have
you
to just go slowly, just build your conclusion.
No, you didn't build your conclusion. Your conclusion's already been decided.
I show you only what's logic. But you know what? Just let.
No,
let's-
it's not
let's-
logic. It's not logic when we showed you the sun going in front of the pole and you didn't admit that that's not a problem.
Right,
you told me-
I'm
you told me-
going to step back in here, right? Because I know, Jeran, you said you think it's fake, or it could be fake with enough time, right? Let's just run through everything.
I can't remember whose comment I read when I was prepping up this video. I was going to look at. I was in the comment sections of this video, the comment section, and just seeing if there was any flat earthers that were thinking, so I could like read the comments out on the live stream or whatever. And someone made a really good point, and they said this conversation is like Jeran and Dave saying what they had eaten for breakfast, and Sam telling them that's not what they ate for breakfast. He knows what they really ate for breakfast.
Here that you think must be fake and for it to put together.
Right,
Okay. So, 2 continuous 360 cameras, 24 hours of video from both. A time lapse from a slightly different location that I've just showed you doesn't have matching video. Sun shape changes and everything else, right? So those are different. Plus another 24-hour video.
JD, biggest super chat of the night so far, £9.99 from JD with a heart. Cheers, thank you very much, mate. and there's like some kind of, what was that? An eagle on your picture?
Full 24-hour video. All of these 360, bear in mind, plus another time lapse from a different location. Again, those match as well. Then several terabytes of random video clips here, there, and everywhere for Toon, me, Jeran's body camera, all of those. Now, could every single one individually be faked? Yes, with enough time. Live streams, everything, you know, the live streams that we were doing, the fact that we were interacting with the chat, however, big point there. Yeah, we had the chat going the whole time. We had people.
I would say that Sam probably knows what Vlad and Vika have for breakfast every day because he eats it. He eats it secondhand.
Messaging in. I mean, Jesus, I remember MC Toon's one. Wolfie6020 messaged him, and everyone was messaging in because he forgot to put his sunglasses back down, and it wound up somebody phoning Critical Think because they tried phoning me, but I couldn't answer because I had gloves on. They phoned Critical Think, who came out and told Toon, put your sunglasses on. So we had people phoning us from in Antarctica about the chat that's going on the live stream from people on the internet. All of that as well. Now, let's take the fact that we can take all of those individual pieces and put them all together. I have just shown you that I've taken two video clips from different locations and pieced them all together, right? And sync them up, and they sync perfectly fine. I can take both 24-hour videos from Will's and my time-lapse and sync them together to see everything all happening at the same time. When Toon phoned Nathan Oakley in the middle of one of his live streams and had an argument with him on the phone. Bear that in mind, right? You were arguing.
It was absolutely insane. When you lay it all out and you present it all one thing after the other, all of the video evidence, the live streams, everything else, the people, he's now saying Toon interacting with Nathan Oakley whilst in Antarctica. Nathan Oakley was on a live stream at the time. Everything. And he's just sitting there. He's just sitting there not listening to any of it, ready to do the fake laugh once he's done.
Why didn't you just phone somebody in Antarctica? We did, but we were the ones in Antarctica at the time. Toon called into Nathan Oakley's live stream to argue the toss with him because he was going over the 24-hour, the midnight live stream. Right?
Why do you talk to Nathan Oakley? What does he have? What's connection?
Because he doesn't have any connection.
He doesn't trust Nathan Oakley now. Nathan Oakley, this one. I'm sorry, is this for CK?
But you enjoy the taste of my salty nuts as I teabag you.
Whatsoever. Exactly that reason. He hates every single one of us. He's a flat earther who was live streaming at the time. I happened to catch, because we had Starlink in Antarctica, and I caught Nathan Oakley was live.
Yeah, I saw him.
This was
I saw him with Patricia.
This was after the midnight live stream, right? So this was after Will had done his midnight live stream. I can't remember. It was about 2 or 3. Well, he live streams at about 2 p.m. UK time, but I can't remember when he was live streaming. So he was live on YouTube, right? Looking over our midnight live stream footage, the whole green screen saga, all of them arguing the toss, trying to claim it's fake. I saw they were live, and I'd already said pre-TFE, the way to prove that we are in Antarctica isn't to necessarily film being in Antarctica, it's to film us interacting with a flat earther's live stream, because a flat earther can't then argue that it was all pre-planned and pre-recorded. So having seen that he was live, Oakley of all people who despises us, I said to Toon, you should join his live stream. And he did. He joined his live stream. I filmed the entire interaction, which you can find on Conspiracy Toon's channel. From the moment he joined the thing, Nathan saw him. As soon as he brought up the fact that we'd been in Antarctica, the sun hadn't set, whole argument starts up, right? I wind up walking outside to show the video, to show the fact that we're in Antarctica. Toon walks outside with me, and there is about a 5-minute heated exchange of them yelling at each other whilst they are walking around the cameras. You know this point of the video because it's the one that Dubé brought up as the shadow length changing. That is Toon walking around Antarctica, yelling at a flat earther on the phone. You can see it in Will's video. In fact, I probably have it. I do. I'm gonna share this for you just so you can see. So this is from Will's 360 camera. Is this showing up?
I'm viewing up. Go ahead. You're on.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this is the real time video, and you can see I'm coming out the hut there.
No sound. Disappointing.
So this is us on the phone in Antarctica. So by your own admission here of you wanting somebody on the phone in Antarctica, Nathan Oakley was on the phone to somebody in Antarctica. It's all on video.
Yeah, but the shadows don't match up, so he's not there.
That's the proof.
But I can take every single one of these videos. I don't know if you noticed in that 360, I was also filming it. So I recorded that exchange on my camera here. So this is him joining Flat Earth Debate on Nathan Oakley's channel.
This is what Oakley had to say.
Table manners? You are all scum!
And then he goes outside. So this is now this shot from another camera. And you can take every single one of these cameras, piece them all together, everything matches perfectly.
There's a guy who did that too. He drew angles.
He should have called me and not Nathan Oakley. Why Nathan Oakley? I don't understand why. Like,
Because
he should have called me. One question. Who the fuck are you? I'd never heard of this bloke until I was introduced to Vicar and the Twat Gang a couple of weeks ago, right? But somehow he should have been... so why's irrelevant pricks like Steve managed to get onto Will's channel and ask for a phone call? If this bloke wanted a phone call himself, why didn't he suggest that when they was asking people to suggest things that would prove it to them? Should have called me. Oh yeah, because you're on the tip of everyone's tongue, aren't you? You fucking knob.
because him and Toon have a thing.
okay, all right, I understand.
Him and Toon have had a heated thing before. Nathan has been on record in the past and said, you can't go to Antarctica, and if you try, you'll get...
That's not me saying, why don't they call me? No one knows who the fuck I am either. That's why no one called me.
turned away at gunpoint. Right? Me and Nathan have had spats in the past as well, right? Nathan is so fundamentally toxic towards Globers that it's a case of you can't turn around and say Nathan was in on it because Nathan
No, I'm not
absolutely
saying this.
despises
I just want to know the connection. You know.
Why does he say turn round and say? I don't like that, Dave. If you're still there, stop saying turned round and say. Someone I work with says that. So I turned round and said this. So he turned round and said this. So I turned round and said. I think, are you fucking both dizzy at the end of this argument?
Why
No. So that's the thing. So it's a case of there's been exchanges in the past between them where there's allegations that have been made about of incidents that have gone on in the past.
I tell you why I'm asking that, because I don't know Nathan Oakley. I don't know him at all. You know, I just made like a video not long ago where I see him with Patricia Steer, which is clearly identified as a total chill in the Flatters community. So that's why I tend to associate him with that woman. But again, I don't know nothing. I cannot say nothing. So that's why I wanted to know what was the link between you and Mark Toon and this. So check it out. Let's put it this way. Okay, let's play it more human. Like if I was talking to you as a brother, here in Israel, and I will tell you something like,
what's this shit angle we've got here? Isn't it? I've got the top of this prick's hat and Dave's chin.
I will tell you, would you be able to swear on your life of your children, on the Bible, on whatever that's...
Oh, are we doing the moon landing thing? Can you swear on the Bible? Because if someone said to me, swear on the Bible, I'd grab the Bible and I'd say, yeah, fuck, cunt, and anything else you want me to say on the Bible. Bible means totally nothing to me.
Most important for you that you were there. It's important for me to know. I
don't do swearing on Bibles and swearing on lives and stuff, but I will bet my life I was in Antarctica.
Bet your life? How come you bet your life? You bet when you don't know. You bet when it's like gambling, like it's like.
You asked him to do.
My daughter, right? My daughter has a snow globe with pictures of me in Antarctica. Right?
Dave, you live in a snow globe, mate. Listen, if that's what he says, it's got to be true. We live in a snow globe.
Right? If it was all a lie, I wouldn't let her have that in her room.
I know your arguments. My question is that would you swear it? Would you swear? Can you swear now that you were there?
I swear I was there.
You say that.
Yeah, I was there.
So say it.
I swear I was in Antarctica, December 14th
Okay, he
through
says it.
17th.
Why don't you say it? Can you say it? You swore that you were in Antarctica or not?
Right.
What's
I
the problem?
can. No. There's no problem.
No, say it. Right. I predict that because he's not immediately said it, that bit's going to be clipped and they're going to pretend that, look how much you... What makes me laugh is Jeran said it immediately. Dave was with him. There's videos of them together all the time. So if Jeran was there and has just swore, that should be good enough anyway.
There's no problem here, Sam, but let me just put it this way, okay? I have no problems with doing it. I'm curious as to why you want me to do it.
In order to see, first of all, your reaction, to see how you do it, how you say it.
Okay.
Because one of my point as an investigator is also to judge people's behavior. To see, when they're lying, when they tell the truth, when it's not true, when it's like there's something wrong with their body language, whatever. So this is why I'm talking like humanly. Say, could you swear it? Would you swear it?
That's fine, Sam. But I also sort of look at people's body language and I look at how they react to things. And throughout this entire exchange, when I've been bringing up questions and bringing up arguments, you immediately try and deflect towards it, which to me is not the sign of somebody who is intellectually honest and trying to find the truth. Nothing
he's doing is intellectually honest. Oh, look, we're over the 2 hour mark. Looks like that Vlad bit might be coming up soon. I'm gonna have to hang about for a bit.
It's someone who's got a preconceived notion and they're trying to bend things and twist things to suit.
See what I'm doing here? I didn't get the super chat target that I set, right? I didn't get it. And I'm here anyway. See? What a great guy I am.
Your behavior is completely polar opposite to what I experienced with Jeran. When I had these same conversations with Jeran in Chile, his reaction was completely different. I would give him a point. I would give him an argument, and he wouldn't try and run away from the argument. He would try and work out. He would try and figure out how something would be possible. He wouldn't just go, "It's not for me to try and figure out. It's up for you to prove it," which is everything that you've been doing during this.
Did Sam go to the same body language school as Steve?
Which to me, so far, you've not given me any reason to believe that you are being intellectually honest. And I only bring this up because I've already had people say, "Would you sign an affidavit? Would you do this? Would you do that?" I've said I've got no problem with doing any of it. I have nothing to hide. I have all the receipts. I have all the footage. I have everything from Antarctica here. I have already shown you. And you have absolutely so far shown no hint of wanting to find the truth. It seems you want to find anything to besmirch us. So I'm only asking because, so if you want a question from me and on the record, I want a question from you first, right? If I turn around and say, yeah, I swear that I was there in Antarctica, are you going to go, okay, I accept you're in Antarctica?
Well, no. So in other words, after your long answer, you still cannot swear that you were in Antarctica.
That's a fair point, actually. Well, I'm thinking, why don't you just say, yeah, just move on? But yeah, what difference is it going to make? Jeran's done it, it didn't make any difference. So Dave's doing it is going to make what difference? The conversation will just continue.
You can't answer my question. If I can swear that I was in Antarctica, I've said I will swear. You want me to do it. So I want you to go, if you want me to go on record and say, I swear I was in Antarctica, I want you to go on record and say, if I swear that I was in Antarctica, will you then turn around and say, okay, you swore that you're in Antarctica, therefore I'll accept you were in Antarctica? Or are you going to go, ha, look, he swore on his life that he was in Antarctica, he's a liar, he's a shill?
Because we already proved it. That means
no, it matters a lot.
No, it doesn't matter.
You expect this from me, I expect it from you.
You cannot say something according to what I can react to it. That means there is something, you see, that behavior is not normal. It's not straightforward. If I want you
no, this is the behavior of somebody this is the behavior of somebody who has spent enough time seeing the behaviors of conspiracy theorists.
Okay, you cannot swear.
And your response to this speaks volumes. That you have no interest at all in finding the truth. You want a soundbite of me going, oh, he swore he was in Antarctica. Well, I can prove he's not because there's a line in the sky because I don't understand how 360 videos work.
The thing is, you just showed me before that with all that communication, a demonstration that you were there, and I do not understand communication and signals and everything. I'm not an expert in that. The thing is that now that you have something on me, I'd like you to to confirm as a human being. Like I would say, you can ask me to swear on anything. I'll say right away. I don't have to just see, oh, why you want me to swear? Are you gonna? I swear. That's normal. When I believe something, when I know about something, I swear within a second. But you don't want to swear.
I'm not saying I don't want to swear. Do you want me to swear that I was in Antarctica? I want you to swear that if I swear I was in Antarctica, you swear to accept that I am telling the truth, that I was in Antarctica.
This is not enough for me to believe that you were in Antarctica. You swear it, but that's enough.
You swearing wouldn't be enough. So no. Well then, why ask? Why ask? Makes no fucking sense to me.
Enough for me to say that you believe in it, or you actually try to pretend you believe in it anyways.
What?
But that's because we have all this other thing. But the thing is that it's interesting to say.
You are proving the point.
Yeah, you're proving
you've asked us swear you're in Antarctica for no reason because it's not going to change your opinion.
Of course, I don't know. I don't know the way now you say it. It doesn't change my opinion because I see that you're scared of swearing that you.
I'm not scared. No.
You're saying
We just know he knows how you guys work.
Well, if you swear,
It's the end of a cock.
swear.
Jeran's just swore. You've
The bell end, not the shaft end.
just heard Jeran swear. Jeran said I swear. You've acknowledged that Jeran swore.
Okay, so I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. Did I
I
say
know,
that?
but I also know the game that you're trying to play.
I swear that if he swears and he swears that they were there and he swears that he believes that they were there, then I swear that I'll keep going for another 20 minutes.
And I know the game that
What
you're
game?
trying to play.
Which one?
And I'm playing your game.
What do you think
want
game?
me to swear. I've already said I will swear. I've already said I was in Antarctica. I've shown you everything.
Sam,
Someone give me a Bible right now so I can swear on this.
here's the fear, Sam. It's a
I was picked for jury service once, and they give you a choice. You can either swear on the Bible that you'll do it impartially, or you can swear on your own self or something. And I just refused for some reason, just to waste time. I refused to swear on the Bible. And then when I got picked, the defendant objected to me being on the jury, so I got kicked off.
because you've already said that you already
True story.
know the conclusion that we couldn't have been there. It can't possibly be real. It doesn't matter if Dave says he swears. You're going to use that actually as evidence for him not going.
But we are here for the record. We are here to discuss it.
Yeah, but you're missing the
We are
point.
here to
Is that
show
you've already
people,
shown that it
what
doesn't
to
matter
think,
what we. You've already shown that it doesn't matter what we say, that you're going to believe what you're going to believe. You're not going to take anything that we say and go, oh, that makes sense. Okay, you're right. Maybe that is that. You haven't said that one time.
And that should keep you from swearing?
Yeah,
on
because
something that you say
it
so?
means that you're just going to use it against him.
But it doesn't. Let's say it doesn't matter. Let's say I'm wrong. You think that I'm wrong from the beginning. So what do you care about if I say that?
I didn't care.
Wrong,
I
it's
said
lying.
it. I didn't care.
So yeah, of course. But I see that you associate here. Just like as a
Well, and I'm telling you, I understand his point, because if this entire time you have not conceded one thing, then it means that him saying that isn't going to make a difference to you. So therefore, you're going to.
It might be the same. I'm fornicated. I don't remember. It was a long time ago, but I don't know why I made a big deal out of it. I just thought swearing on the Bible means totally nothing to me. So why would I bother?
use it against him by saying, look, we know for a fact, we've already determined that it was fake, and he swore, so therefore he's a liar. And so why would he play into that?
You said you swore.
Yeah, because I don't give a shit, because you guys have already trashed my name. My channel's gone. I don't give a shit.
I didn't trash your name. You trashed it yourself. You know, you didn't.
Not really, by telling the truth. Yeah, I told the truth
So,
and got trashed. Yeah.
Sam,
It's okay. It's okay. Don't forget about it. No problem.
I want to show you this real quick. This is my
I just have something.
this is my Uber history. Can you see where it says Punta Arenas? This is my Uber history. You can see all the Punta Arenas dates and flights. You see December. I guess you can't really see that very good.
And can you produce all your tickets and itinerary? Like, you know, can you produce all this? Like all of them?
Oh, he's asking for tickets. Good stuff.
Oh, you saw my
I've
boarding
got the
pass.
flight ticket.
Okay,
right
that's one for
there.
a ticket. Okay, what else you got?
I burned my flight ticket.
What else you got? Can I see your flight ticket? Yeah, there you go. Okay, what else you got? So didn't want to see the flight ticket then.
With a magnifying glass.
Okay.
I could go get you.
Why-
I could go
why
get
did
you
you
my
do-
passport with the stamp from Antarctica that they had at Union Glacier.
But I
Or
thought
the-
there was there's no need for passport for stamps or for visa because
So I've
it's a
got
part
the
of
stamps.
Argentina. Part
So
of, yeah,
I've got
of
the
Chile.
stamps from Santiago to say
Yeah.
I entered Chile on 11th or 12th, can't remember off the top of my head, and that I flew out then on the 20 whatever it was. So I've got the passport stamps in my passport from passport control in Santiago Airport that says I entered Chile and when I exited Chile and nowhere in between. Right? I've
That's
got
all.
that. I can go and get it. I've already shown it before on a live stream.
Okay, so
The
that
stamp
was
you don't need a passport. I'll clarify this before I go and get it. You don't need a passport.
And he's acting like that doesn't matter, that he's got all of that. But if he didn't have that, he'd be saying, say you can't show it, so how can I believe what you've said? If you had that, I'd definitely believe it.
To go from Chile to Union Glacier because Union Glacier still
Yeah, I think I saw Jeran doing that on the live stream, actually.
falls under
I
Chile.
didn't realise it was his ticket, though.
Territory, so it's essentially deemed as a domestic flight. You don't need a passport. However, at the camp, they had a passport stamp bit that they said you can go and stamp your passport if you want with one of their ALE passport stamps.
But it's a
to
novelty
say that
thing.
you've been there,
Yeah.
but it's not like they don't have an official border
Okay,
control.
so
you have
just
to
like
go through.
just a stamp as a souvenir, like, you know,
Correct.
you were there and
Yeah, so they've got a souvenir one to say that for Antarctica, but I've got
I
the
see.
dated ones for going into Chile and out of Chile, which I think Jeran's also just shown.
Yeah, but I
on
don't
screen
know.
for you there as
Do we
well.
have a stamp coming out? I don't know where I don't see that. It just looks like to me.
I'm sure I got a stamp on the way out as well. They stamp you leaving and coming in and going. I'm sure I did.
I understood that you were in Chile for some time, like for 2 or 3 days before to fly to Antarctica. Is that right?
We were in for 2 or 3 days beforehand because ALE say they need to do preparations to make sure that that you've got all
Macca, top man. Let's bring this up here. Macca's beat the super chat record for the night with £10, 1p more than the last guy from Macca 443. Sorry, wife time, but for me these points stood out. Jeran, Nathan, Koff, Oakley. Yeah, I heard that bit. Dave to Sam, try thinking it helps a lot. I think I was just saying this is all pretty early. When it hope I've not spoiled this for anyone that was near the start. Yeah, it was. I think. Cheers very much, Macca, top man. Nice one.
your gear, everything that you need, and also because of the weather situations, the times can often change for the flight. So they say you need to be there a day or two beforehand in case we need to move your flight, and then also 2 or 3 days afterwards, again, just in case there's any delays. So yeah, we had to have a buffer either side of being in Antarctica,
which is
we
required.
were in Chile.
Which is required.
Yeah,
Did you,
we've got
Sam?
passport
Sam, did you
stamps
give the link
from
out to somebody?
Santiago that says we were in Chile at that time.
There's somebody in the back room on Zoom. Did you give the link out to somebody?
Yeah, because you told me I could bring in anybody. So there's a guy that, a friend of mine, he wants to say something. So I gave him the link, to come in. But it's okay. You just.
Well, I can let him in, but you didn't tell me before, so he's not going to really fit in the screen.
Oh no.
But he's
no,
not. Okay, go ahead. I didn't know that. So I have this.
So my question is, if you were in Antarctica, in Chile for 3 days or 2.5 days or 3 days, did you eat there?
Yes.
Did you drink there?
Yes.
Did you bought some souvenirs? Did you do
He's showing his passport and being completely ignored whilst doing so.
something that you can, provide us with, the proof of it, like tickets, besides
So
videos?
you don't think that my passport, having stamped from Chile from 11th December 2024, is enough?
I'm investigating, so I have to know. I have to, to tie up all the loose.
He doesn't even want him to say it. This is so ridiculous. I demand to see this. Okay, here you go. Oh, look, I don't even care at the moment. I'm just things I'm going to investigate. Whatevs.
Hands. You understand? So I know. I want to know if for 3 days.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know. You're going to keep saying shit until you find something they can't produce, and then you're going to say, there you go, evidence. And then all of your fucking moron, flat earth wanker friends are going to put it on their stream. They're going to stay quiet for everything they did produce, and the one thing they can't produce, they're going to go, Flatsword's going to roll back in his chair with his smug grin, and his 80 chins are going to appear, and he's going to go, there you go, see? Fucking sorted. Absolutely ridiculous.
Did you eat sandwiches that you brought with you from your house?
No, we ate there.
Like in restaurants?
In fact, we ate at the same restaurant like 2 or 3 times.
You have the receipts of these restaurants? I would have kept them because I knew. I don't know. But
So that
okay,
is-
this is for the record. We don't check that. No problem. What is it?
GetNet. So I bought something in Punta Arenas. It was I know what it was. It was a power bank charger. I bought an extra power bank from a shop in Punta Arenas. And
That's good.
there's the receipt for
Can you
it.
show it clearly on the screen so we can just after that? Just
Yeah, let's show it clearly on the screen. I don't believe you otherwise.
Pick it up.
When you do, it won't make a bit of difference whatso fucking ever.
no, it's
Okay,
open it. Take it by the corner, like you see on TV. You know,
there you go. Punta Arenas dated.
No problem. You know, it looks no problem.
Why does he need to open it? He's obviously got some personal details on there, and he's showing you the address right there that you can investigate and zoom in if you wish to see exactly where it was.
Can you just open it so we can see the entire, you know, just open. Yes.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
For the record, that's what people are going to ask me. Why didn't you ask me to do that? You know.
Yeah. So
Just show it to us so you know that can close that file. Okay, that's enough. I think.
there you go.
That's enough, and you're happy with that then? So you accept that now, do you?
And besides that, that's all you got. You have anything else, or that's all?
I had. Well, I mean, I had all my receipts somewhere because all.
But you understand. I'm sorry to have to ask you for this, but you understand my concern. That means that it is something that you should have thought of. Knowing that you're dealing with.
Well, I'm sure that Will has a lot of that because Will paid for dinner a couple times, so I'm sure he has. In fact, I think I bought Dave lunch.
Will's got receipts. Because Will was paying for all of my stuff as well. He was covering my expenses, but I paid for
Will is
everything.
retired now. I heard he's retired. What was the?
I've not spoken to him. I don't.
Oh,
know.
Well, he just says that he's not doing any more TFE stuff.
Okay. Can you make that friend of mine come in because he wants to say something? There is Vlad also if you want to. I don't know.
That's another thing I saw, by the way. Will Duffy had commented on this, not this video that I'm doing, but this one that they did. It was the top comment on there. Because everyone's like interacting with it. I thought you'd retired. Fuck off.
I could bring in people, but if you can just, and I know they're trying to come in.
Oh, yeah, everyone's going to get screwed up on the screen for now, so just deal with it.
Oh, no, here he is. The boss is back. The boss is here. Right, I'm going to get through Vlad, and then I'm going to end the stream. Let's see what all the fuss is about.
No, don't say that.
What's all screwed up? Look at the screen. Everybody's all screwed
I'm
up.
kidding with you, Jeran.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
I could, I was going to hide you, or... Vladimir, what's up? Oh, who's this?
This is, I don't know. There's two people. There is Vladimir.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here now.
Oh, this
you guys hear me?
this is
I'm here. I've arrived, everybody.
Vlad.
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm not even going to get into, first off, thanks for having me on. I'm not going to get all the way knee deep into this whole Antarctica thing.
That's because if you do, you'll get absolutely fucking annihilated, and you know it.
Jeran, we just want to see your tickets.
Jeran, we just want to say your tickets, not Dave, just Jeran.
Want to see your tickets from, I think you flew from California to...
You saw me burn it.
Hold on. If you could produce tickets, all right? I'm not going to go talk about all of this anomaly and stuff. I just want to see your tickets to Antarctica. Not Punta Arenas, not anywhere in between.
Where? Punta Arenas? Is that a new place?
Not McDonald's, no Uber or nothing like that. We want to... No, McKeegan, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Jeran.
McKeegan, I ain't talking about you because I know you can. So I definitely don't want to say that because I know that you'll definitely do it and that Jeran's in all of the videos with you. So if you were there, he was definitely there. And I know that I heard earlier on that he didn't have something that he was asked for. So I'm going to demand that one thing that he couldn't produce. And I'm going to speak up for my community because I'm the boss and this prick's doing a terrible job of demanding stuff. So I'm here now to demand on behalf of the biggest cunts in the world.
We saw whatever it is you produced, you had no problem. And here's the thing. The reason we're coming across this sticking point right now, and I'd like for you to understand this, is because you can't do the small things. If we're sitting here denying the fact that, or the claim that you guys make that you went to Antarctica, all you needed to do from day one was just present to us the tickets. That would make a lot of things more difficult.
So dumb.
I'm serious.
Okay,
hey, listen, McKeegan.
All you gotta do, goddammit, is produce this this one ticket that you've not been able to produce. Dave, put your 65 tickets down. I'm not interested in those ones. Jeran, put your 50 tickets down. I want the 60th ticket. Fucking what? And this is the man. This is the man they all look up to. This is the man that they've brought on for backup. If I don't get him, then I got Vlad in backup. He can come up and put the nail in the coffin. Jeran, goddammit. Jeran, goddammit, I want your ticket. Here you go in. No, not that ticket. All right, this one. No, not that one either. Oh, which one do you want?
You don't think that's easier to fake than all the fucking video footage? Give me a break.
You think,
I have
one
question,
You think it's
Vlad.
easy to fake some tickets? Then go ahead, produce me some fake tickets, please.
Okay.
And make sure it's serialized as well. And at the same time,
Vlad.
please produce.
There's no
hold on,
plane
McKeegan.
tickets.
McKeegan, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Jeran.
Yep.
I'm not talking about you, Dave. The one clearly showing me a ticket right now. That's exactly what I'm asking for. I don't know. Catch you later, Macca. I don't want to say that. I want to say Jeran. Dave. I'm not talking about you, goddammit, McKeegan. Jeran. Where is your ticket?
McKeegan, not you. McKeegan, I said Jeran.
But what do you expect us to have? So you think we have a plane ticket?
We're asking about Jeran.
I'm asking a question.
Jeran, we're asking
I'm
about
asking you a question. Do you think we should have a plane ticket from Punta Arenas to Antarctica? You think they handed us plane tickets? And that's how we got on the plane? Is that how you think
Do
it
you
works?
not have an itinerary, Jeran?
Yeah, we have an itinerary. I'm asking
we
you.
see it, Jeran.
Sure, I'll bring it
Did you have an itinerary?
up for you.
Okay, Vlad, just while Jeran's pulling that up, I have one quick question for you here, okay?
Sure.
One quick question. So you're saying the only thing that we needed to prove all of this was real was plane tickets?
No.
That's a point, Roger. I've not had no members, no new members. This is the first stream there's been no new members on.
I didn't say that.
The first thing.
No, that's not. Hold on. McKeegan, is that the end of
I think so, anyway.
your question right there?
No. I am just wanting to make sure I understand your argument before
Yes.
I ask you the question. So,
Right. No,
only thing
that's,
we... Okay, so
No.
let's forget the whole... Right, so assuming then the video footage and everything else is a given, not that we're just going to buy a plane ticket and yeah, that's it. But your argument is the one thing that we needed to prove that we were going to Antarctica along with everything else, we need a plane ticket.
to help
We
make
should've-
this easier for you guys.
We should have thought about this before. Yeah, you're
would
saying
be
we
to
should have thought about this before, is everyone should have kept their plane tickets as a clear-cut way to validate for all flat earthers that we were going to Antarctica.
Makes sense.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I think
so-
that along with hold on, because I want to be truthful with you, Dave.
Okay.
That along with your itinerary.
That cracks me up. That he just did that. He's just said, this would definitely prove it. So Dave's gone, oh, would that prove it? Oh, okay then. And he's thinking, shit, where's he going with this? Is he going to prove it? Yeah, that along with the itinerary.
Okay, because here's the thing. All right.
Unfornicated, keeping the streak alive. Cheers. Welcome to Team Whatcast.
Anytime you fly anywhere, anytime you're boarding yourself anywhere, on a boat, on a plane, on a goat, it don't matter, right? You're part of a manifest. You're part of a list. You are serialized. That's one of the easiest things that you should be able to produce, right?
Okay.
And then it's a receipt, kind of like you just presented a receipt of purchase and travel or whatever it is you did. You showed that, hey, I went. Now listen, Dave, I'm not asking for your stuff. I'm asking for Jeran.
Dave, you showed that you went, so you're off the hook. I'm not. God damn it, I ain't asking for your stuff. I want goddamn Jeran.
And stuff.
Vlad, I'm not offering you my stuff. I haven't answered the question. Yeah, I haven't answered the question yet.
McKeegan, I'm saying you showed your stuff already.
Is this not good enough here? Look at this. Hi, Jeran. Please find all purchase details below the next few
Oh, look, that looks very much like the itinerary to me.
days. We will send you all the information you need to travel. Here's your travel itinerary. December 10th, I left San Jose, just like my fucking ticket says when I burn it with the microscope. Here's LA. Went to Santiago, Chile. Went to Punta Arenas. Came from Punta Arenas on the 20th.
Wait. Punta Arenas, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Then I went.
This is not your itinerary. This is what you find before you buy a ticket. This is the itinerary.
No, it's not,
of the
dipshit. It says right here, this is your trip to Punta Arenas. It's ready. You're done. Here's your order
Okay,
number.
so
Here's your
where's-
reservation
no,
code.
so-
Shut up,
okay,
Sam.
so-
The way they try and talk over him, like the panic on their voice. No. Well, yeah, he might have said that, but we also need the ticket.
But
So where's your
it doesn't
ticket
mean
to
you went
the,
there.
where's
You
the
can buy it
rest
and just
of the
not
leg
go.
of the trip?
So I'm telling
Where's the
you,
rest of the
that's why I
leg of the
asked
trip?
you. I said that when you get to Punta Arenas, then you're taken by ALE. You're part of ALE when you go to Antarctica. It's not like a normal, we don't have any passport things we have to do. They didn't check my luggage. I took a fucking joint there. They didn't check my luggage.
So there's no way that you can produce other than a t-shirt.
What do you mean? I have
Well,
footage of me on the airplane, getting on the airplane.
God damn it, there's no way that you can produce it. You just asked for the itinerary saying it was the most important thing. He's just shown you it, and he's like, yeah, so god damn it, there's no way you can get that goddamn ticket. No, it might not be able to get his goddamn ticket there, Vlad, but he's also got pictures of him fucking all over the place, all over Antarctica on live streams for 4 days.
Flying on the airplane, landing in
Look,
Antarctica.
Darren, we need that receipt, bro. We need that receipt.
Black.
And I'm gonna leave it at that. I
Wait, so
appreciate
let me
you guys
ask-
having-
Cheers, Davids or Dvids. How do I say your name, for fuck's sake? Nice one.
Let me ask
Thank you
Dave real
very
quick.
much.
Dave, do you remember what
guys
were you
have a
given?
good day, man.
Hold on,
Appreciate
let me
you.
ask Dave what
Good
you were
luck.
given.
You know
Vlad,
what?
stop running
Everything
off.
that you asked for,
Stop
no,
running
no.
off.
Let me tell you.
Stop running off. I asked for one
Nothing's ever
question.
good enough.
I've not even been able to. I've not even been allowed to ask you the
I
question.
apologize. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead, please.
Right. So all this talk, this big sticking point, the ticket is the one thing, and by both of your own words, we should have thought about this before. So my question
yes.
is, why did neither of you, for the how many videos did Will put out beforehand, asking for suggestions from people as to how to make the experiment better and easier and more provable? Why did neither of you think to message Will or put a comment to any of the people you knew were going, saying, make sure you keep your plane tickets, make sure you show us your receipts, make sure you show us your passport
I'll
stamps
be
and
honest,
your itinerary?
Dave, I'll be honest with you. We thought, at least I thought, that this was going to be easy and honest, that you guys would go there and prove whatever you proved. I'm just being honest, right? But when you came back, hey, listen, you asked me a question, and I'm giving.
I thought you'd have put more effort into proving this. I thought you might have taken 65 trillion cameras all filming each other. Jesus Christ, like what the fuck else does he want? He's giving him Uber trips or something, wasn't it? That he said he had. He's given him receipts from Punta Arenas. He's given him the itinerary. Dave's got his plane ticket there. They've got hours and hours and hours of footage. Real time, 24-hour, 360 camera. It's just not enough. It's just not enough.
Giving you an honest answer, okay? When you guys came back, I had the gumption, I had the thought in my mind to say, hey, just give us some tickets. That's it. I was like, hey, and here's the reason
They
why.
don't even issue plane tickets anymore.
Dave, listen, Jeran, listen, please. All you needed to do at that point was give us the tickets. Then we can further the discussion that you faked this, you did that, because apparently you guys went somewhere.
You're not bothered about the itinerary anymore then.
Right? That's in my mind. Now, I'm not speaking for all flat earthers. I'm speaking for Vladimir over here. Okay? And I'm being honest with you. I'm being sincere. Okay? Here's my thing. I didn't come up
He's never been sincere in his life.
thinking that you guys would fake or do any of this shit when you guys said that you were going to go there. Okay? I didn't. Why would I think that? Because you guys paid a lot of money to do all kinds of stuff. I didn't think that it would get to this fucking point. I really didn't. I'm being honest with you. You got this puzzled look on your face like, what's he talking about? I'm giving you the truth. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? So now we've gotten to the point to where you had over 200 freaking days. Sure, you presented tickets a few times. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Witsit hasn't produced tickets. Jeran has produced tickets from California to Punta Arenas, and then from Punta Arenas, now it's a big question mark because there are people that can produce tickets from Punta Arenas going to Antarctica, Union Glacier specifically. We haven't.
Yeah, and all of the people that have produced them are in videos live with Jeran in Antarctica. So why isn't that enough for you?
Seen any of that, and right there, I'm going to go ahead and land my plane. Please continue. Go ahead.
So I got messages from, remember Katie? What was her name? Katie?
Yeah.
So I got all the WhatsApp messages from her. But weren't we sent our boarding pass to Antarctica somehow on our phones or something? I don't remember.
I can't remember. I know I kept mine because again, this is the thing.
So what do you have? You have something saying?
It's generally like whenever I fly, it's generally like you can either have it or you get the boarding pass on your phone, but you can ask for a physical copy if you want, but they generally don't like to give them anymore. Like most times, I've flown a couple of times this year, and both times I think I just scanned it on my phone.
Vlad, let me take your logic here and just you're going with the notion of you thought we were going to go and just film all of this and we were going to go to Antarctica, so you didn't think to question beforehand and suggest to us that we should keep all of this other stuff as souvenirs to prove everything.
Listen, Mickey, is that the end of your question? And you want me to answer?
No, that is not the end of my question. You butted in before I could finish.
Okay,
I'm just
go ahead,
reaffirming what your logic is so that you can now appreciate the reverse of that, which is we were there. We went to Antarctica. We saw it all. So, and then most people just discarded most of the things we got given.
Why is my question? Is why? That's because it's you know why I'm asking is why? It's because it's Antarctica. Not everybody could go to these places.
But you wouldn't have been. Like a fair point, I guess. Like I'd probably keep absolutely everything, knowing that these pricks. What I would probably have done is I'd have kept everything and then pretended I didn't to let them think they were pinning me down on something and then go, oh, what these? That's what I would do, I think. But it wouldn't be enough. It wouldn't make any difference. And they all have to agree that it doesn't make any difference. Like all of the people covering this in the Flat Earth side are going to pretend that this bloke's annihilated these two. And then Vlad comes along to seal the deal because they're fucking idiots.
I'm just being I'm just being honest with you. That's why I wouldn't have thought that you guys would have thrown it away, because to me that's a keepsake. To me that's something that you brag to everybody. Hey, by the way, look at this. Hey, listen, I went to damn Oregon, right? You know what? I kept the fucking ticket so I could be like, hey guys, this is where I was. And on top of that, even if I didn't have
Master Khalik, spot on. Yeah. TFE destroyed the Flat Earth. The Cope has given us much more amusement. Yeah, it is. I've only really got into this topic this much since TFE because of the Cope. Before that, it was like the same old argument, round and round and round. You can't prove this, you can't prove that. Now it's all been proven beyond any doubt. It's funny when they pretend it hasn't.
I have a paper ticket. I have a digital one. But still, the first time I went to freaking Japan, got a ticket. The first time I went to Thailand, guess what? Kept the ticket. First time I went to where you at? I'm assuming you're in the UK. Guess what I did? I kept the motherfucking ticket. And this was back in 1997.
Where they were still handing out paper tickets,
If you go into one of the most remote places
Yeah, exactly. You had, it was only paper tickets back in the 90s.
in the world, Antarctica, okay? I'm assuming, and it's my fault for assuming, I will admit that, okay? I assumed that you guys would keep the paper tickets. Apparently you have.
Sam.
And I'm asking Jeran for the ticket. I'm just being honest with you. Go ahead.
Great. Sam.
I love I just love his honesty. Vlad there.
Do you have your ticket from when you went to Scotland?
My ticket? At the time, I was a private investigation on a mission against a company, Scottish company.
Oh, okay. Did you have the tickets for any other countries that you visited?
Today? No, after like 20, 25 years.
Well, why didn't you keep them? Why didn't you think that I might ask one day for you to prove
My
it?
man, it's 25 years and he's not under scrutiny. That's why.
And I did
Well, they're not under scrutiny from anyone other than you pricks, right? That's it. There's probably 50 pricks on the globe that don't believe these people, and you just all happen to hang around with each other.
didn't have to prove to anybody that I was there, only to my employer. That's all.
If you're listen, McKeegan, let me just explain it nice and clear, okay? You guys went for the final experiment, okay? Correct? You went for the final experiment, or that's the name of it. You guys went to conduct business,
So maybe change the subject.
okay? When I was in the Navy, there's something called maintenance that you conduct. Now, maintenance is written in
Bounty balls, mate. Bounty balls, mate.
blood. You have a big old recipe card, basically, on how to conduct that maintenance, okay? When you're in the middle of conducting the maintenance, every once in a while, an inspector will come and observe you performing this maintenance. You following so far? While you're performing this maintenance, they're going to ask you, I need to see the instruction booklet that you're using. I need to see if it's up to date. And if there are any smaller parts, for example, gaskets, if you're using O-rings, rubber O-rings, and if you're using a specific lubrication just to keep this O-ring lubricated so it can adhere to whatever the object is, they're going
I didn't tell anyone this. I didn't want to spoil the surprise. But earlier on, I asked Chewy what he thought about this this debate, and this is what he said.
to ask to not only see the O-ring, they're also going to ask to see the packaging from which the O-ring came from. If you cannot present to them the packaging, guess what happens to your maintenance? It doesn't happen. And then a whole bunch of other things tend to follow. So my thing is, what you basically you guys did was maintenance, a form of that same thing I just mentioned. And on top of that, those receipts, they serve as something called qualitative evidence, objective qualitative evidence. This isn't Vlad being a crazy conspiracy theorist. This is you conducting business. And while you're conducting business, you maintain and retain these receipts to present to anyone in case you're under scrutiny.
Right, I have 5.5 hours of video
Jeran,
footage.
we're also asking, we also asked, what's his name? Witsit. We also asked him for the same thing. Witsit got scared that a motherfucker couldn't present nothing. So all Jeran right now could produce is the tickets from California to Santiago, Punta Serenas, and all this
It's
other
not a
stuff.
ticket.
Listen,
It's
that's
not
all-
a
that's
ticket.
all
It is a
we want.
ticket. It had a confirmation number, dipshit.
No, dipshit. I tell you, dipshit. It's not a ticket, dipshit.
That's what it is.
Because what it is, it's what I did.
It just showed you the itinerary. You notice how Vlad hasn't mentioned that since Jeran showed it. That was the important thing when he first came in.
Many times you can buy a ticket
Okay.
with your credit card, no problem, with your name on it and everything.
Sure.
Then they can send you the itinerary. You just put that you went there.
Okay, so the ticket does?
The actual ticket.
The paper
and-
ticket.
and-
Oh. Do you know that they don't use paper tickets anymore? Have you been on a plane in the last 10 years?
Yeah, but so where's the ticket that you
Oh my
went there?
God.
You get a boarding
know
pass.
what, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's
where's the
okay.
boarding pass?
I'm finding it. So far, I got to find it.
You can get a paper boarding pass, but you generally have to ask for it.
How dare you?
WhatsApp
Just
group.
present the boarding pass and just give it to the guys.
It shouldn't fly. It's bad for the environment.
How dare you?
Sam, you know, these guys are going to
I'm gonna have to just cut it short also because it's getting late now. I cannot talk too loud. People are sleeping around.
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm sorry. For
No,
yelling like
it's
that.
okay. You don't apologize. The thing I have something I wanted to tell you.
Kuros, is it? I don't even know if I'm saying your name right. Super chat $5. Vlad asking for receipts from TFE like there were any written SOPs for this trip. Shut up, Vlad, you fraud. Yeah, he is a fraud. He knows he's a fraud. He's come in and he's asked for things, been given them, and then asked for something else. This is all we need. This is all we need. And then he gets it and suddenly he needs something else. How don't they see this? Like, I'd be calling this out. If this was a side of an argument that I agreed with and people were being this dishonest about it, I'd be like, you know what? They ain't doing themselves any favour here, or me.
Because we have to cut the ship, and that I created like a some kind of a very small, tiny organization called Alliance of the Dome. It's nothing much, really, just barely an internet site at that point. However, we have some people into that starting organization that are very competent in analyzing stuff.
Fuck off, Sam.
And I told them to translate to me a report they made to me, like we can say an intelligence report if I want to play it, like we big about TFE. And there is something about you that they're coming up with something about you, Jeran, that I believe that you should hear, you should be aware of.
No, I don't care. You know the amount of lies that have been told about me the last year?
No. It's just,
You don't have to listen to any of
it's not a lie. It's not about you having done something.
Okay.
It's about you, your position today. So if you want, I can really. It's going to take like a minute if you want me, but I think it's very, very interesting.
What's this bollocks he's doing now? I'm going to let him do this little bit of interesting bollocks and then I'll close down the live.
Go ahead.
So, okay, mission number, we don't care, objective explanation. Okay, this is all we did. Okay. Deeper analysis, we call that okay, we don't have to get into.
What is this? Intelligence analysis, did he just say?
Okay, we're going to go straight to the end. Okay, to the conclusion, check it out.
Okay.
Because we have to have a reason why you're lying. There is a reason why for us,
or I'm not lying. Could be that.
I understand.
There's a reason why you're lying. Despite you blowing me away with everything, with everything I asked for. And my best evidence being the sun in front of Toon's face. I still think you're lying. And there's a reason for it, and I'm going to tell you what it is right now.
Could be that, yeah.
Man, Sam, you be easy, family. I'm gonna let you ride, fam.
Yeah, fuck off, Vlad.
Okay, no problem. No.
Shut up, bitch!
No. Check it out. Since we believe that you're lying and we believe that you cannot do this
Yes.
TFE thing on your own.
Right. I'm like the worst person in the world, basically.
No.
No, I think the worst person in the world would be somebody that would lie to the entire human race about the shape of the earth for no reason, even if they threaten my family. What a dirtbag. So it's nice of what you think of me. 10 years of putting in all this work, and you guys all believe me. Everybody trusts me. Everybody loves my videos till I tell you the truth about what I saw, and then you all turned on me. So go ahead.
Yeah, but the problem is that you're saying the truth into something that's fake.
That's what you think. I was there. Go fly down there. Go find out. Go look.
And that is the answer that they should always be given whenever they question this shit. Crowdfund it or take Toon up on his offer. Do it yourself. Then you'll know. Because you're not going to accept anything but your own eyes seeing this. So go fucking do it.
No problem.
Do you realize the lines of longitude, the degree of longitude at 53 degrees south would have to be 4 times the size on a flat Earth? 4 times the size.
While I read that to you, you can maybe look for your receipt there.
Go ahead.
Check it out. Hypothesis. Check it out. So number 5, because it's a list of things. The extensive, so it's a translation. I'm sorry, from Hebrew. I hope it's good. The extensive number of technical and behavioral irregularities concerning the entire TFE operation, along with their grossness, suggests that these irregularities may have been deliberately orchestrated.
What is this guy's degree in? Does he have a college degree in psychology or something?
No, it's just the first conclusion of a pre-show.
Oh, he's just somebody, just some nobody on the street. Okay, cool.
Just a nobody on the street. Yeah, that's who it is. This expert we found. Oh, is he a flat earther? Yeah, obviously.
Okay, the behaviors of certain flat Earth prominent figures like David Weiss and Mark Sargent defending TFE through various deceptive methods, as exposed in the Weiss file report, another video I made on David Weiss, can also be considered as an artificial anomaly linked to TFE. Check it out. Artificial anomaly. And I'm coming to that. Wait a second.
Waiting.
Therefore, it is plausible to deduce that the TFE operation's intention was never to validate the shape of the Earth, but to obscure various...
The shape of the what? The Earth. Well, there's a hearse just pulled up, is there? Is there a funeral going on here? Yeah, the funeral for the flatness. That's what's going on. Yeah, we need to validate the shape of the hearse.
Different objectives.
No, the point was to falsify the flat Earth map. That's what it was, and it did that.
No. What we are saying here is that there are so many anomalies in the footage.
That you're claiming they're anomalies, and we go and show you that they're not.
Of course.
Okay.
I can claim what you...
Not one anomaly. I said it. I actually said the word. Brilliant. Well chuffed with myself. I'm going to have a wank now.
Claim. I have to claim what I claim. So the thing is that there are so many anomalies, according to what I claim, that some of them or most of them had to be done on purpose.
Okay.
Now it doesn't make sense. You can say, okay, but wait a second, I'm going to explain
Sure.
to you about that analysis.
Hopefully you're going to give us an example of one of those.
Yes.
Okay.
As mentioned in the Westfile report, the Westfile video I just made, mass media, sponsored social media, and fraudulent, like fake flat earthers, appear to share a common goal of discrediting and attacking the flat earth community while pretending to undermine the flat earth concept, cleverly promoting it by simply making it more visible, by publicizing it. Therefore, we believe that the flat earth community, rather than the flat earth concept, is the true target of these entities and individuals.
Oh, look, luggage tags. He's not going to acknowledge these in any way.
And that TFE is part of a much broader scheme. Scheme, you say? Okay. Now check it out. It's almost done. It is understood now. It's a hypothesis, on the report. It is understood that the transformation of the world is currently in progress, commonly referred as the New World Order, which will witness the evolution of the United Nations into the first world government, as extensively proclaimed by numerous state leaders and discussed.
What is this drivel he's reading out anyway?
In recent history, we assert that this New World Order will be founded on the We assert that this New World Order will be founded on the acknowledgement of the true shape of the Earth, as suggested by the flat Earth model depicted on the UN flag and by the symbolic cracked globe sculpture located in front of the UN headquarters in New York.
What else could the UN flag be? Can you depict a globe on a flat surface without flattening the globe out?
Well, this is
No, but there's 33 segments, is there?
Westfile video. Nevertheless, we contend that the flat Earth model they will endorse will have to be altered to align with the fundamental ideology of this new society. Consequently, the notion of Earth existing within a closed system covered by a dome will need to be modified to sustain the illusion of space travel, and the presence of extraterrestrialization. I'm almost done. This is going to come to you now. We believe that TFE is part of the agenda. We believe that TFE is part of this agenda. We believe that TFE has 2 objectives that are nearing fulfillment at this point. We maintain that by continuing to identify as a flat earther while acknowledging the possibility of a 24-hour sun in Antarctica within the flat Earth model, Austin Whitsitt represents the initial phase of a lengthy process of developing a new flat Earth model essential for that new world order. we assert that this is one of the primary reasons why David Weiss insists on defending the notion that TFE indeed occurred in Antarctica, despite his admission that the sun
Oh yeah, they hate Weiss now as well. He's part of it as well.
and the sky and the entire TFE operation were fabricated. So what I'm trying to say here is that with it, TFE. Okay, let me finish. We believe that by switching allegiances and openly betraying the flat Earth community, Jeran Campanella represents the first step towards the criminalization of the flat Earth community. So I'll explain you how. Check it out. There is something here.
You can go to Antarctica. You can go there.
We believe. Check it out. What I'm saying here. This is what the people here in Israel have analyzed.
I don't care about the people in Israel.
Believing that you work for some kind of
don't care what they think.
entity organization.
This is the people you work for. Imagine telling someone that, like, imagine having the audacity to believe that you've uncovered this worldwide conspiracy on your own with your twat friends in a room, an online chat room, by the way. And you're going to tell him that he's working for somebody and that you know about it. Jeez Louise.
Whatever.
Don't care.
We believe that there is a strong possibility. Check it out.
Stop saying that.
We believe that there is a strong possibility that Jeran Campanella could face assassination alongside his family as a false flag operation aimed at illegalizing the Flat Earth community by depicting it as a dangerous movement.
Jesus Christ. Look at Dave's face. I think I'd be going fucking loopy if I was Jeran at this point. He's just said that he thinks he's uncovered that there's going to be a false flag assassination of Jeran and his family.
Capable of murdering those considered traitors.
You are dangerous and probably capable of that.
We believe that the best option for Jeran will be to admit publicly everything he knows about the TFE operation as soon as possible.
And I have done that.
This is a report of the people that believe.
So I've reported everything about TFE.
And that you are working for,
I'm telling you, Sam, that I swear that the trip was 100% above board, 100% legit.
Don't worry about that. The irony. He spent how long? 20 minutes talking about them swearing that they went. He's just swore yet again, and his response was, I don't care about that. Because he wants to carry on doing this thing that he thinks if he says that he believes that he's got intelligence to suggest that there's going to be an assassination, that Jeran will shit himself and say, actually, you're right. If you've got that intelligence, then I'm going to come clean. Like, there's no possibility to this guy whatsoever that he's already telling the truth. He's destroyed his income. He's destroyed his living. And he's clearly struggling. He's had to start another channel. And this prick, these people are the absolute worst. Like, yeah, I point and laugh at them all the time, and they are fucking idiots and they're hilarious. But that is wild. I don't think I've ever heard anything like that before.
Because in that case, it is logical to think that if admitting that you work for some organization, I don't know, CIA, Jesuits, I don't know, we don't know, that TFE is a part of something much bigger, much darker.
It's not. It's a pastor out of Colorado.
TFE was not made for David Weiss.
No, it was not made for David Weiss.
It was made for you, Jeran, and for Austin.
That makes no sense.
One guy comes back as a Glover.
I asked Austin to go.
And the other one comes back as a flat Earth. I believe that there is a 24-hour sun on flat Earth.
There is.
And these two objectives can be attained. You understand? So there is a logic behind this. And again, I wish I'm wrong, but this is what I wanted to tell you. Because when I saw that, I said, we have to tell the guy.
Okay, so I have zero respect for people that are going to sit and call me a liar like you're doing. Zero respect. I thought that we had a 3-hour conversation recently in which you had kind of seen that I had all this footage, that I had all my chronicled trip, that I've got 5 hours of chest cam footage, that I've got tons of pictures and photos.
Well, it was barely a conversation. It's like for 4 hours, not 3 hours. And you spoke about like 85% of the time. So I was listening to everything you said.
Okay. Remember I recorded it. So I'll bring it up and show that 85% is a joke. You're just lying. You're just a liar.
Okay, let's show it up.
You're a liar.
No problem. Well, you were talking most of the time.
Okay, well, now 85% of the time, so stop lying. Please.
Yes.
This stream's been going on for...
It's not often I'm lost for words. I can't believe what I've just heard. I was not expecting that. I expected him to deny everything he's been presented with. I didn't expect him to basically threaten or try and make him believe that his life's in danger over this ridiculous thing. Like, these people really do believe that they have uncovered this crazy lie. Like, these bunch of combined IQ of 50. like the fact that they look up to people like Vlad as like a genius says everything you need to know about these people. They used to think Whitsitt was like the head of Mensa. And they said, wow, that was like take desperation to new levels. They cannot back that. Surely the rest of these fucking idiots cannot back that. That was wild.
More than 2.5 hours.
Okay,
2.5 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago, I asked you a question that you haven't answered.
Okay,
What
right.
evidence would convince you there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica?
If I went there and if I saw it by myself, but I will never be there because we know that there is no South Pole in Antarctica. It's like me saying, okay, I'm going to go on the moon to see if it's real. It's ridiculous. It's already fake before it starts.
Okay, no. So, only evidence that you're going to accept then is your own eyes. So, for starters, why are you here asking us all of this? Because the only evidence you were going to accept is your own eyes. And two,
What a great point.
why, if you were really honest and going for the truth, are you not trying to do the same thing? Because you yourself already said before, people can go to Antarctica. People go there all the time. Those were your words when Jeran brought up thousands of people go to Antarctica. You accepted they do. So why have you not tried to do the same trip that we did?
To start with your first question, I lost my train of thought because you said at first, what do I do here? Because I'm never going to believe you. So the thing is, one of the main reasons
I'm never going to believe you. So why are you having this conversation? Like, what is the point if you've already decided no matter what they should? Why are you asking for things? Why don't you just say, I don't give a fuck what you can present. I don't give a fuck about any of your cameras. I don't give a fuck about any of your photos, any of your footage or anything you've got to show me. You didn't go and that's it. It'd be a much quicker conversation rather than pretending that there's certain things they could show you that you would definitely accept, but because they can't, you definitely can't. Why don't you just say, whatever you show me, I don't accept?
here is to expose the way I think, the way you think, what you have to say, and what I have to say. This is not only for us, but also for people watching us. You understand? So they can judge better. This is one. Now the second thing is again, remind me what you just said. I'm sorry, I just forgot.
So I've just asked you what evidence would convince you. You said see it with your own eyes. So why aren't you trying to go and see it with your own eyes?
Simply because I don't have to. I know that there is no South Pole in Antarctica. I know that cannot be a
okay.
24
No. Okay, so right there, and thank you, because as you just highlighted, this is being recorded for the entire world to see. Okay, you have just plain as day acknowledged you don't give a flying fuck about the truth.
Yeah.
Because you just said the way for the evidence for you to know whether there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica or not, go and see it with your own eyes. Well, go and see it with your own eyes. I don't have to. So you don't care about the truth of is there a 24-hour sun or not.
Exactly.
You're sticking with the belief of, I think there's a 24. I don't think there's a 24-hour sun because it doesn't fit my belief, and I'm not prepared to admit I was wrong.
But my answer fits your question, because when you say, what will it take? So I tell you, in the absolute, to know if something is true, you have to go there and see it. Now the problem with, in this particular case, to go there and to see, to prove that there's 24-hour sun, I have to accept already the possibility of a South Pole and the possibility of a 24-hour sun, which according to our research is not possible.
Fuck me. Oh, I can't go on. That's summed it up for me, that what he's just said there. So I don't accept anything, and I won't even go myself, because to go to see, I have to pre-accept that there's a possibility that I might be wrong, and I don't accept that possibility, so I'm not going to go. And there will be flat earthers that watch this and claim that he's just won that debate by saying that. That's how fucking deluded these people are. Right. It's 9 p.m. here, so that's bedtime for me. According to our research, and I'm how fucking ridiculous. Right, thanks for all the support. Thanks for the super chats tonight, guys. Thanks for the viewers. Was about 120 for a while. That's brilliant for me. I'll probably be back on Sunday night with a selection of shit from the week. Why not? Jim Daniels is here, right at the end. How we doing, Jim? I'll probably be back on Sunday for another live stream. And please send whatcast@gmail.com or find me on the Discord to send things that you've seen this week. And we can maybe run through them on Sunday. Probably about 7 I usually go out on Sunday, which is, what are we now, 2 hours ago. Mind you, no, because my clocks change on Saturday night, so it will be different. But yeah, anyway, that'll do for now. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for the super chats. Thanks for the new members. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares and everything else. I'll catch you later. See you later.